So we all know that ChatGPT and artificial intelligence have completely transformed the way that we consume and the way that we produce content. Research have shown that the amount of videos, the amount of content produced after the launch of ChatGPT in November of 2022 has almost doubled than before, and with the rise of short-form content production on YouTube Shorts, TikTok and Instagram Reels, it is only going to keep increasing and increasing. Now trust me when I say that those people who know how to leverage artificial intelligence and how to utilize this huge computing power of AI and ChatGPT have seen exponential results, while those who don't are just left behind. Now, when I was introduced to this concept of utilizing the power of ChatGPT and artificial intelligence for our content creation, I was pretty overwhelmed. I knew that there was huge possibility, but I just didn't know where to start from. After spending countless of hours researching, reading every single book, and implementing all of the known ways to utilize the power of artificial intelligence and ChatGPT to grow on social media platforms, I can safely say that it all comes down to 4 secrets, or 4 steps if you will, that will get you ahead of 99% of creators. And those secrets, ladies and gentlemen, are exactly what we're going to be analyzing in this masterclass that you've stumbled across. So hello everybody, welcome to this course. My name is Lambros and I have been creating content for the past 6 years. During my time as a content creator, I have managed to scale my YouTube channels and my businesses to millions and millions of views and thousands of subscribers in record-breaking time frames, while also teaching thousands and thousands of people how to do so. I am extremely passionate and educated on artificial intelligence and content creation, and I'm very happy to present to you the latest masterclass that I have created. So this course right here will take a complete beginner that has absolutely no idea regarding artificial intelligence and ChatGPT, and after 11 easy to digest lessons, will transform him to a well-informed creator that knows exactly the steps needed to utilize the full potential 100% of AI and ChatGPT to grow as a content creator. So this course starts with a deep analysis of ChatGPT. We're going to be covering everything that you need to know regarding this platform. After that, we're going to move into how to perform topic research and basic audience research using ChatGPT and artificial intelligence. And then comes this beautiful lesson in which we're going to be constructing our target avatar. Secret number 1 out of 4 that will be revealed to you gradually in this course right here. Having our target avatar created using ChatGPT, it's going to be very easy for us to brainstorm his core problems and provide video solutions to those core problems. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the secret recipe that will help you never run out of video ideas with ChatGPT. After that, we're going to have a master lesson regarding gear in which every single one of your questions regarding equipment will be 100% solved. And finally, in the 10th lesson of this course, I'm going to show you how to transform the long-form content that we're going to be creating into countless of short-form content bits in a matter of minutes. Keep in mind that back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I mean 1 to 2 years ago, before artificial intelligence was out there, this used to take 2 to 3 days. Finally, the last lesson of this course is a master lesson on search engine optimizing our long-form content. In this final lesson, we will cover everything there is regarding search engine optimizing our content to appeal to the search algorithm of YouTube and drive consistent organic views to our content and to our channel, regardless of ongoing trends and without having to pay a single dime on ads. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the complete course on everything that you need to know regarding utilizing the power of artificial intelligence for our content creation, and I can't wait to see you in the first lesson of this course. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for enrolling in this course. Now there is a lot of information and a lot of very cool things that you're about to learn in this course right here. But before we start, I would like to mention what your class project would be for this course right here. Now, this course is centered around content creation after utilizing the power of artificial intelligence. Now, one of the most useful lessons in this course right here is the lesson in which we create together our target avatar and we brainstorm the problems, the core problems of our target avatar, and then find solutions to those problems, everything through ChatGPT. Now, your class project, right, is to brainstorm your own target avatar, all right? Think of the problems, the core problems that your target avatar has, right? And then brainstorm some solutions with ChatGPT. We're going to be doing this together, so I don't want you to stress about this. But what I want you to do is that I want you to copy the profile of your target avatar, the problems of your target avatar, and the solutions, which again, we're going to be together brainstorming in the next lessons that will come. I want you to copy them from ChatGPT, paste them on a Word document, and upload them as a PDF to the class project description down below in this course right here. This is a great way to connect with me as an instructor because I will be personally reviewing every single class project that you guys submit and giving feedback, okay, regarding to how successful your creation of your target avatar was, and again, the identification of the 10 core problems of the target avatar and obviously its solutions. All right, so thank you very much for being here. Without any further ado, let's dive into the first lesson of this course. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for enrolling, and I would like to welcome you to this first lesson of this course in which we're going to be mastering the utilization of artificial intelligence and ChatGPT for our content creation. Now again, this is a huge course. It is a masterclass, and we will cover every single thing that you need to know and every single aspect that we can be utilized from ChatGPT for our content creation. But in order to dive into these lessons and understand the hands-on experiments that we will be conducting with ChatGPT, we need to understand what OpenAI is, what ChatGPT is, and some general information around artificial intelligence. So this is exactly what we're covering in this first lesson right here. This first lesson is going to be an introduction to ChatGPT. We're going to be analyzing every single thing that you need to know around this artificial intelligence program. What information should we input to ChatGPT? What is a prompt? And how can we utilize the power of artificial intelligence for our content creation? And then we're going to be diving into analyzing the overview of this program. So we're going to be launching ChatGPT, and we're just going to be going through the general overview of this program. By the end of this lesson, you will be familiar with what ChatGPT is, what a prompt is, and with the general, again, overview of ChatGPT. So thank you very much for being here. I'm very excited to start this journey with you, and let's launch our first PowerPoint presentation for this course. So again, welcome everybody to the introduction to ChatGPT, which has 100% revolutionized content planning, distribution, and consumption. So we're going to start by analyzing what is ChatGPT. So as we all know, ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence model that has been developed by OpenAI in November of 2022. So OpenAI is the company that has actually created ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence language model. This means that it is proficient in natural language understanding and generation. Now, when we're referring to the fact that it's proficient in natural language understanding, we're referring to the fact that we can input prompts, we can input information, it understands the information of the prompts that we input, and it generates relevant answers. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly what we're going to be capitalizing on for the creation of our content. ChatGPT can also engage in human-like conversations with users. So pretty much how we're going to work with ChatGPT is that we're going to be inputting information, all right, and it's going to be answering our questions, if you will, in a human-like conversation, which is valuable for both us and this artificial intelligence program. But how does ChatGPT work? ChatGPT is trained on vast and diverse text data, which enable it to provide valuable assistance in various fields, right, including education, research, writing, problem solving, and of course, content creation. ChatGPT's capabilities make it a versatile tool for content creation, as most, if not all, content is just information being distributed in different means. And all of the information, the most basic type of information distribution is what? Text, right? And scripts. And this is exactly the main point, the main feature of ChatGPT that we are going to be using for our content creation. Scripts, information, and copy isn't just going to be used for our videos. It's going to be used for our videos planning, for ideas generation, for content creation itself, and many other factors that we're going to be analyzing in this course right here. Okay, so ChatGPT, as we said, can engage in human-like conversations with users, offering instant and coherent responses to a wide range of queries and prompts. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this part of this process right here, of this presentation, I want to focus on the word prompt. You need to be familiar with what a prompt is in order to continue with this course and to understand how to maximize your potential with ChatGPT. So what is a prompt? This right here, as we're going to be seeing in the next part of this lesson right here, is the message bar in which we input our information, we input our prompts to access ChatGPT and to engage with ChatGPT. Now, prompts are input queries or statements, if you will, given by users, so it's given by us, to engage in conversations with this artificial intelligence language model. So a prompt is pretty much what we write, what we type in this message bar with ChatGPT. Prompts can take the form of natural language questions, incomplete sentences, or specific instructions that guide the artificial intelligence response. So those are just some types of prompts. As we said, we're gonna have some natural language questions. For example, suggest 5 hot topics in this niche. Okay, or what is the best way to film a video on an iPhone? Okay, these are questions. Incomplete sentences, just like for example, my target avatar is Mike. Mike's favorite hobby is, and then we let ChatGPT complete this sentence. Or specific instructions. For example, create a content strategy plan for next week based on the information that I've been delivering to you in this chat right here. Okay, so based on the quality of our prompts, and if you're going to be taking something home from this lesson, is this sentence right here. Based on the quality of the prompts that we input to ChatGPT, this is exactly what we're going to be getting out of ChatGPT. So we need to be very targeted and very spot on with our prompts. Okay, users can use prompts to seek information, ask for explanations, or generate content, as we said, tailored to their specific needs. Okay, the answers and the information that we're going to be getting from ChatGPT is directly proportional to the quality of the prompts that we input. The quality and relevance, okay, of AI's responses are influenced again by the clarity and specificity of the prompts provided. So if there is something that you need to study and you need to get good at in order to maximize your reach and maximize how much of ChatGPT's artificial intelligence power you're going to be utilizing, is the quality of the prompts that you input. ChatGPT also, you really need to understand this, is context aware. This means that it can retain information from previous interactions within the same conversation. And this is extremely valuable. You don't need to refresh all of the information that you have on one chat with ChatGPT every time that you input a prompt. You can really engage like an actually genuine conversation with this program, and ChatGPT will actually remember what information you have been giving to it and what you have been saying with each other, if you will, in the same chat. This is extremely valuable because, as you can imagine, in the same chat, we're going to be, let's say, we're going to be brainstorming our target audience, our target avatar, the pain points of our target avatar. And due to the fact that ChatGPT will remember all of these things, then we're going to be creating at the same chat our content strategy, our content creation, and some brainstorming ideas on how to turn long-form content into short-form content. Now, all of these are going to be in the same chat, which means that ChatGPT will have a lot of information about our niche and the content that we're going to be creating. So this is one of the highest leveraged parts of artificial intelligence and ChatGPT. Okay, now, another thing that you need to remember is that prompt influence on responses, right? The way a prompt is framed, as we said, significantly impacts the artificial intelligence output. So I want you to remember that users can fine-tune the responses they receive by adjusting the wording and tone of their prompts, right? Ensuring more precise and tailored answers by ChatGPT. So please screenshot this slide right here. It is extremely important for you to remember that the quality of your prompts dictate, all right, the output that we're going to be getting from this artificial intelligence model. Also, you need to know and you need to be aware of potential bias in the responses, all right, that ChatGPT creates. So obviously, OpenAI is a company. Companies are run by people, and ChatGPT may have data sets that receives information from all over the web, but this doesn't mean that information isn't biased sometimes, right? So despite its remarkable capabilities, ChatGPT may sometimes exhibit biased responses due to the data that it's been trained on, right? So users need to be aware of this and carefully frame prompts to avoid reinforcing any existing biases, especially if you are creating content, right, for social media based on things that are happening right now in the world. You need to be aware of potential biases in the responses. Now, we've talked about ChatGPT, we've talked about the importance of prompts, we've talked about how important it is to actually give out the correct prompts, to receive the correct information from ChatGPT. So what are the implications, okay, what are the implications of this tool in content creation? Are there applications of this tool in content creation? I think we know the answer to this question. Of course, there are many applications of this tool in content creation, and those are just some of the applications that we're going to be diving in this course. So we can use ChatGPT for content planning. We can use ChatGPT for trend identification, right? It has been trained in modern data on the marketplace. For search engine optimization, this is one of the most huge ways to utilize the power of ChatGPT. It's extremely valuable, the search engine optimization capabilities of ChatGPT. We can perform target audience research and more specifically, target avatar creation, which is going to be one of the most valuable things, again, we're going to be creating with ChatGPT. It's going to be used for copywriting, idea generation, automation of repetitive chats, and obviously transformation of long form to short form content, which is absolutely amazing. And back in the day, it would take, many hours of editing. But now in this course, I'm going to be explaining to you how to do this in just a matter of 5 to 10 clicks of a button. And all of those factors right here used to take extreme amounts of time back in the day. This is why this course is so valuable, and this is why you need to pay close attention to those lessons, because once you understand how to truly utilize the power of ChatGPT, you're going to be saving just huge amounts of time and energy into tasks that otherwise would be repetitive and wouldn't be fun, in this content creation process. Because as content creators, all we want to do is just turn on the camera, talk to the camera, and just create content. We don't want to mess with search engine optimization or, trend identification or target audience research. Those are boring stuff, but we can outsource and we can leverage our actions with ChatGPT. And this is exactly what we're going to be doing in this course. So now it's time, I think, to have a look on the software, have a general overview on how the software looks and how we're going to be approaching ChatGPT in the next lessons. So I'm going to see you once we launch ChatGPT. So this right here is the interface that you're going to see once you sign up and create an account in OpenAI. This is the interface of ChatGPT. Now, the first thing we can see up here is that we can actually upgrade to ChatGPT 4. And what GPT-4 is pretty much, it is just a paid service of OpenAI if ChatGPT 3.5 is the free version. Right? ChatGPT 4 just has a higher computing power. And I want to specify that for this course right here, we're going to be using ChatGPT 5 or 3.5, and there is no need for you to upgrade right now at this point to ChatGPT 4 to follow along in this course. So again, you don't need to spend a single buck to actually follow those lessons in this course. So what do we see here? We see a big gap that needs to be filled with prompts and more information and some suggestions, again, to ask ChatGPT just to give you a very basic outline, if you will, of what ChatGPT is capable of providing. Now, this right here is what we're going to be focusing on, and this is the prompt bar. So this right here is where we input our information, our prompts. Let me change the language. Okay, this is where we're going to be inputting our information, our prompts, and by pressing this button right here, we are actually going to be engaging with in conversation with ChatGPT. So it is extremely basic user interface. Now, another thing that I want to note right here is that if you want to access previous conversations that you have with this artificial intelligence model, you can press on this button right here, which is the sidebar, and all of those are conversations that I had with ChatGPT. Again, I use this program a lot because it is extremely helpful. As you can see, for search engine optimization, for YouTube, all of that stuff. I also use ChatGPT to study for my medical school. So again, a lot of usage right here. And if I open any of those conversations, I can dive into the previous topics. And obviously, as we said, ChatGPT is going to be remembering our conversations. So all of the things that we discussed about, it just keeps track of them. So you don't need to just remind it, just like you would remind, for example, a human being if you were interacting with it. So, for example, just to input a very basic prompt, I can ask, hey, give me 10 bullet points on what you are capable of doing. Right? Give me 10 bullet points of what you're capable of doing. So certainly, here are 10 bullet points outlining what I'm capable of doing. So again, you can see how fast, first of all, it generated all of those 10 bullet points. So we got natural language understanding, information retrieval, context, content generation, text summarization, language translation, programming assistance, all of that stuff. So this is pretty much how you engage with ChatGPT. If you don't like the input, the prompt, right, that you delivered, you can press right here and just rephrase your prompt. For example, let's say we could say, hey, create a poem, a short poem. Okay, we don't want it like a song, a short poem on what you're capable of doing. So let's see it, create it again. In the realms of thought, I come alive, a digital mind ready to thrive. I process words and knowledge vast, answering questions from first to last. So again, it is very smart. We can have, as you can see, just created a whole poem in like 2 seconds or something on what it can do. So again, there's a lot of things to cover right here. I hope you enjoyed this first lesson, which we analyzed some basic things again around ChatGPT. What is a prompt? How can we can utilize the power of ChatGPT for content creation? And again, just a basic overview of this program. Now it is time to actually get to work and start by analyzing the first step that every content creator should stress about. And this is audience research. We can't be creating content without knowing exactly our target audience. And researching our target audience is going to be extremely easy with ChatGPT. So in the next lesson, we're taking a hypothetical scenario of a content creation niche, and taking this niche, we're going to be researching our audience, okay, that we're going to be delivering this content to. So thank you very much. Thank you again for enrolling in this course, and I'm going to see you in the next lesson. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second lesson of this course. In this lesson right here, we're going to be discussing about how to perform basic topic research, right, while utilizing the power of ChatGPT. Before we perform audience research and before we create our target avatar, it is very, very important to have our topic nailed down and our niche nailed down. Now, even if you have a topic ready, right, and you have performed topic research, it is very important to follow the steps in this lesson right here before we brainstorm our target audience and before we create our target avatar. Why is that? It is very simple. By inputting some prompts that I will be creating and giving to you completely for free in this course right here, we're just going to be giving ChatGPT more information about our content, right? This is, if you will, a way to inform ChatGPT about what our niche is, what our content is, and then the answers, right, and the information that we're going to be extracting from ChatGPT in future lessons, right, in the audience research and in the target avatar creation lessons, which are two of the most important lessons, right, in this content creation course right here, right, are going to be more accurate because ChatGPT will have more context around our topic, right? So it is very, again, important for you to perform topic research, even if you know your niche, even if you know your topic. At the end of the day, this will only help you, and perhaps it will also open your eyes into new genres of your topic, of the content that you're going to be creating. Okay, so another thing before we dive into actually launching ChatGPT and launching our prompt list, I want you to know that this prompt list is going to be completely for free. You can either screenshot the slides of this presentation and copy the prompts that I'm going to be using in your ChatGPT, again, program, or if you want to have a direct copy of this prompt list, you can send me a message or an email, and I am going to be completely sending you this prompt list for free. So this is the introduction of the lesson. Thank you very much for being here, and let's dive into how to perform topic research with ChatGPT. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can see right here, this is the prompt list, and those are the prompts that we're going to be using in this lesson right here to perform topic research. In this part of the window, I have opened ChatGPT, and this is just the general overview that we analyzed in the first lesson of this course. So how are we going to tackle this? We're going to be copying a prompt, just like this, for example, and pasting it in ChatGPT. And it's just a matter of following the instructions that I have added on each one of those prompts. So let's paste, for example, the first prompt, which is my online course page, or my online page offers, right, online courses, or let's say content to help customers achieve goal benefit. Now we're going to be replacing, for the sake of this video right here, online course with content creation and online courses with videos, all right, to have just a more direct response from ChatGPT. So let me paste this, right, and let's change this prompt. So my online course page, we're just going to change this to content page. Okay, my content page offers videos, right, to help customers achieve goal benefit. So this is the first thing that we need, right, to analyze, and we need to actually agree on before we continue with this course and with those lessons. What will our imaginary niche be? So what I was thinking is fitness for surgeons. All right, so my page offers videos to help surgeons, all right, get more fit and feel better on their operations. All right. So this, for example, would be an imaginary niche and imaginary content that I would be creating. I will be creating content, for example, to help surgeons get more fit and to feel better, basically. Get more fit to feel better on their operations. Okay, so this is not a question prompt, this is an informative prompt. We're not looking to get something out of ChatGPT at this point. What we're looking for is to inform ChatGPT about what our content is about. So all of this right here are the feedback that we got from ChatGPT. That sounds like a valuable and specialized research for surgeons, right? Maintaining a physical fitness is crucial for medical professionals, especially surgeons, as it can help improve their overall well-being and performance in the operating room. Here are a few things you might want to consider when offering videos to help surgeons get more fit. So we got content variety, professional guidance, safety first, accessibility, but we're not going to be valuing the answers that we got from ChatGPT, all right? Because we just want to inform ChatGPT about what our topic is about. Now, the next prompt at this point that we need to input, which is extremely important, is this one. Act as a market trend analyst and provide insights on the future of, okay, I'm going to paste this, online video fitness content. So let's see if ChatGPT can actually give us feedback on if our niche is good enough. Act as a market trend analyst and provide insights on the future of online video fitness content. Okay, so certainly, as a market trend analyst, as you can see now, we gave ChatGPT this role of a market trend analyst. Now ChatGPT acts as a market trend analyst. I can provide insights on the future of online video fitness content. So, personalized fitness experiences, for example. The future of online video fitness content is likely to be highly personalized. Interactive workouts. Okay, it just gives us some suggestions on how we can actually tailor our content in more ways to our audience. So we got VR, for example, and augmented reality in the future, or community and social integration in our content, health and wellness focused, nutrition and meal planning integration, wearable tech integration, sustainability and eco-friendly workouts, right? All of that stuff, which ChatGPT as a market trend analyst gives us, suggests us for our content. But we're not going to be focusing on the information that we're getting, because again, this is tailored to the content that I chose, which is this random niche. But what I want you to take out of this is that in those first two prompts that we have created, those are not even questions. So the first thing is that we just gave information to ChatGPT about what our page offers, just gave us feedback, right? And then we asked ChatGPT to act as a market trend analyst again and provide insights on the future of this niche. So again, we haven't even asked a question yet. We're just giving information to get information and populate this chat of ours in order to make it ready to perform audience, and target avatar research. Now, the next prompt we're going to be using is act as a market researcher and provide insights on the competition, okay, in this niche. Let's see. I misspelled niche, but I think it's fine. As a market researcher, I can provide insights in the competition within the niche of online video fitness content. This niche has been significant growth and competition in the recent years, with various players entering the market. Here are some key insights. Okay, so we got all of those competitors, for example, like diverse competition, influencer-led platforms, fitness apps, subscription-based services, big fitness brands, tech startups. All of those are our competitors. Okay. And we also need to make ChatGPT aware that those competitors are there, and make ChatGPT aware that we are also, we want to take into consideration the fact that there is competition in this niche. Now, one thing that I think that ChatGPT didn't get actually correct here is that it provided insights in the competition within the niche of online video content. So let me be more specific here. Okay, act as a market researcher and provide insights on the competition, okay, in the niche of fitness for surgeons. Okay, so let's see what's going to come up to. So we got, again, specialized fitness programs, online video platforms, personalized training, medical associations, fitness equipment manufacturers. So again, similar results. We're going to move on with the next prompt. Act as a market trend analyst and provide insights on emerging trends, again, in fitness for surgeons. Okay, so let's see what emerging trends are here. So we got, for example, personalized fitness plans, mental health and stress management, digital health platforms, functional and cross training, all right, mind and body connection. Those are very valuable prompts. And if I were you, okay, I would copy the answers that ChatGPT would give me and I would paste them in a Word document to have for future reference, because we're going to be using them when we're brainstorming our content in future lessons. Okay, so this is important, and I want you to be noting those down. But again, we're going to be having the chats, saved in our ChatGPT profile, so there's no problem here. But again, if you want for future reference, you can create Word documents and save those, again, chats that we have in Word documents. Another prompt we could use is suggest 10 course topics in the niche of this, and we're not going to be using course, of course. We're going to be suggest 10 video topics in the niche of fitness, okay, for surgeons. So let's see what 10 video topics it could suggest. So for example, this is just a part of this whole process with ChatGPT, when ChatGPT really, utilizes its power, and you can feel the power of this artificial intelligence program. So look at all those 10 video topics that created like this. We got 10-minute surgeon stretches, right? Mindfulness meditation for surgeons, effective workouts for surgical residents, balancing act, yoga for surgeons, right? Incorporating HIIT, high intensity interval training, into your surgeon fitness routine. So those are of extreme value, as you can imagine, and you can see in future lessons how much we're going to be utilizing this prompt right here. Now, if we're just overwhelmed with all of those prompts, we can use this, follow those answers. We can use this prompt, rank these, okay, from most to least popular. Okay, this is actually cool. So, and here at this point of this lesson, we're going to be utilizing the effect that ChatGPT has and the feature that ChatGPT has to remember, okay, previous interactions that we have with the program. So I'm not going to copy all of those topics and paste them in this part right here. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to see rank the above topics from most to least popular. And just by saying the above, ChatGPT understands that I'm referring to those answers that it gave me. So you can see that this, for example, is the most popular. Mindful meditation for surgeons, stress reduction techniques, right? So based on the information and the data sets that ChatGPT has, right, on this topic right here, it actually ranked those topics. And this, for example, is the least popular topic. Okay, and of course we can compare the topics, two or more topics together. What are the differences, for example, between result 1 and result 2? And we can pretty much compare two or more topics together. And this, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our second lesson of this course, in which we analyzed on how to utilize our prompt list and ChatGPT to perform some basic topic research. Now, we don't want to get something out of ChatGPT at this point. We're not going to be creating any content at this point. The most important outcome that we got from this lesson right here is that we let ChatGPT know some information about the topic that we have chosen. We let ChatGPT know what are, for example, the most important and relevant topics in the general niche that we've chosen. We let ChatGPT know what is this niche, which is, for example, fitness for surgeons. And now we can move on in the next lessons to perform audience research and target avatar creation. So thank you very much for being here. I'm going to see you in the next lesson, in which we're going to be utilizing the same prompt list, obviously another page of the same prompt list, for target audience research. Thank you very much. I'm going to see you there. Now, the second parameter that we need to establish, and the second checkbox, if you will, that we need to check if we want to be creating successful content online, is that we need to identify our target audience. Now, in this lesson right here, not only we're going to be identifying our target audience, but we're going to be setting grounds, okay, to create our target avatar in the next lesson. Again, it is very important to identify our target audience and perform target audience research in the same ChatGPT chat, again, right, in the same chat box, due to the fact that, again, ChatGPT has the ability to recall information that has been previously established in the same conversation. So all of our content creation process, starting with topic research, then audience research, target avatar creation, and then content strategy brainstorming, and at the end, creation is going to be done on the same chat box, right? On the same exact conversation with ChatGPT. This is the ultimate way to leverage this artificial intelligence program. Now, why do we perform target audience research? Well, first of all, we need to identify the people, right, in which we're going to be referring with our content. How can we target someone, and how are we going to be creating compelling content, right, which is going to be targeted and will drive organic views to our page if we don't know who we're referring to, right? On top of that, we need to have enough information about our target audience because we want to know in which platforms our target audience usually goes online, all right? Content doesn't only go to YouTube. We can distribute content on TikTok, on Instagram, on Reddit, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Facebook groups, on Facebook Marketplace, on Facebook posts. So depending on the age, the demographics, right, the socioeconomic status of our audience, they're going to be hanging out on different places online. So this brainstorming process will help us identify exactly who we want to target, right, and where they are found online. On top of that, while identifying those factors, those are going to be very helpful for us to create our target avatar. And you're going to see that once we create this target avatar in the next lesson of this course, it's going to be extremely easy for us to identify the pain points of our target avatar. And once we identify those pain points, this is exactly the part in which we're going to start leveraging even more artificial intelligence and ChatGPT, because we're going to be solving those pain points with our content, ladies and gentlemen, and this is why our content is going to be so successful. But all of this needs to be done in favor of our content creation process, so we don't need to rush with all of those details. They will come later in this course. For now, let's focus on performing target audience research the correct way, again, while utilizing the prompts that I have created and are proven to work with ChatGPT. So again, just like we did in the previous lesson, I'm going to open my prompt list. We're going to be copying and pasting our prompts from my prompt list again to ChatGPT, and we're going to be tailoring our prompts again to fit to our topic that we brainstormed in the previous lesson. So thank you very much for being here. Welcome to the target audience research lesson of this course, and let's launch ChatGPT and our prompt list and start with this research. So as you can see right here, we've got our prompt list with the target audience research, all right, segment opened. And right here, we got ChatGPT. So what is the first thing that we're going to do? We're going to open this sidebar right here and access our previous chat with ChatGPT. So to refresh, all right, in this chat right here, what we did is that we asked for ChatGPT to act as a market researcher and provide insights on the competition and in general in this niche. We brainstormed our niche in this chat, right? And we ended the previous lesson with 10 video topic suggestions in the niche of fitness for surgeons. So this is our niche, fitness for surgeons. Now let's move into, again, gaining more information around our target audience. So we're going to do this with the first prompt, which is, which people do you think would benefit more from? And then we paste our, at this case, course topic in my prompt list, but you can just paste your general content topic. So let's see what ChatGPT will answer that. Which people do you think would benefit more from? All right, and this is our problem solving part in which we need to paste here. So a fitness program, let's say for surgeons. So from fitness, okay, video content for surgeons. Let's see what it answers. So fitness video content designed specifically for surgeons can benefit several groups of people. As we said, surgeons, surgical residents, all right, medical students, healthcare professionals, wellness and fitness instructors, medical schools and training programs, hospital administrators, and patients. So why did I paste this prompt right here? Because before we even copied this prompt, you would be like, okay, I know what my program, which people would find value in my program. It's going to be surgeons, right? The program is called Fitness for Surgeons. But look at how many more suggestions we got out of ChatGPT, right? out of this prompt. So again, it is worth asking questions that you pretty much know the answer, because ChatGPT doesn't answer with just one sentence. It answers with multiple sentences, and it actually, this is part of the brainstorming process. It gives you more ideas. So for example, before we entered this prompt, we would think of, okay, my program fits only for surgeons, but it fits for residents, it fits for medical students, it fits for healthcare professionals, and in the future we can tailor our content, right? We can tweak some small parameters in our content, okay, not deviate from our core subject, but tweak some small parameters to slightly, if you will, change the core, not the core theme, but slightly change the theme of our content to appeal to a wider demographic, right? So healthcare professionals, medical students, surgical residents, all that stuff. So let's move again to the second prompt, which is act as a market researcher and provide insights on the media consumption habits of my target audience. All right, but before we enter this, right, let's say assume that the above mentioned individuals and groups, right, of people are my target audience. All right, so I pretty much established in ChatGPT the fact that those people, again, patients, hospital administrators, medical schools, again, healthcare professionals, medical students, surgical residents, are my target audience. Well, you would be like, now you might be thinking, this is a target audience research. When we know our target audience, why are we still engaging with ChatGPT? We are inputting as much information as possible, all right, to generate in the future the best optimized content as possible. Those are steps that you need to take in order to get the best results out of ChatGPT. Remember, the more information we give to this program, the better information we're going to receive, right? So even if you know something, you won't lose anything just typing it as a prompt. So now that we have established, all right, that this is my target audience, let's go ahead and paste this prompt right here. Act as a market researcher, right, and provide insights on the media consumption habits of my target audience. Extremely, extremely, extremely useful prompt. One of the most useful prompts that you can ask regarding target audience research, and one of the most highly leveraged prompts in general in content creation. This prompt will lead us to identify where those people hang out, if you will, online, and how we can find them and which content we are going to be brainstorming to target them online. Because if you can imagine, in professional journals and medical publications, we can be creating TikTok videos, okay, to reach those people. They won't appeal to them. So we need more professional, for example, content to appeal to those people, right? So let's see where they hang out, right? So again, the media consumption habits of my target audience, right? My target audience, it refreshes are surgeons, surgical residents, medical students, healthcare professionals, wellness and fitness centers, fitness instructors, all that stuff. So it is essential to understand how they consume various types of media. Here are some key insights based on their likely media consumption habits. So we got professional journals and medical publications, right? All of those people, we know that they consume content on journals and medical publications. So they also go to medical conferences and webinars, right? So we could tailor our content to fit the professional vibe of a medical conference and a webinar, or online forums and communities. This is where medical students, for example, hang out if you want to collect information. E-learning platforms, right? Of course, social media, they have LinkedIn for networking. They also use YouTube. They also use TikTok, but mostly for entertainment, right? So all of those places could be potential ways to reach those people, right? And I want you to know, email newsletter, for example, right? Podcasts, medical apps, print media. So those are extremely valuable insights that we already have regarding our target audience. Now, each and every single one of those categories of content destinations online has a specific way that we need to create content in order to appeal to its algorithm, right? So you can imagine that e-learning platforms, for example, in order to reach those people on e-learning platforms, we need to drive ads, right? Or to pay for ads to have our content be seen there, right? On YouTube, though, we can create organic content and distribute it based on our target audience. on emailed newsletters. Our content should be completely different than on YouTube, on podcasts, right? So how cool is that we already know where those people hang out? And again, if you don't want to copy all of those information and paste them in a Word file and then have this Word file, printed out and analyzed somewhere, you just have all of the information in this chat that we have opened with ChatGPT, which is getting bigger and bigger. So we know that we're inputting more information, and this is just better and better as it goes on. So the next thing that we're going to do is that we're going to ask ChatGPT to act as a market researcher, right, and provide insights on the psychographics of my target audience. Okay. Act as a market researcher and provide insights on the psychographics of my target audience. Why am I asking this to ChatGPT? Well, I'm asking this because understanding the psychology of those people is a key factor in successful content creation. When we're creating content, we want to tap in the emotional part of our viewers. So being able to decode, all right, if you will, the psychographics of our audience, it's going to give us an insight on which parts we need to emphasize on and which parts we need to leverage to create successful content. So, for example, regarding understanding the psychographics of our target audience in the niche of fitness for surgeons is crucial, right, for tailoring your content and marketing strategies effectively. Exactly what we said. So here's some insights on the psychographics of your target audience. Regarding motivation for fitness, right, we got professional excellence. Many surgeons we know are highly motivated by their commitment to delivering exceptional medical care. So we can tap on this excellence, right, on this field of excellence that they're already into, which is surgery, right? And we can tap into this, again, sense of excellence for motivation for fitness. Or, for example, stress management. We know that those people are stressed, right? Healthcare workers are in general stressed. Surgeons, medical residents, healthcare professionals are often work in high stress environments. So we can tap in the fact that our fitness program relieves stress. In addition to that, those people are committed to lifelong learning. Those are just aspects of their, again, psychographics. So how valuable is this prompt, all right? Extremely valuable, because right now we know exactly the areas that we need to tap in our target audience. In this case, is the fact that they're committed to lifelong learning, right? Or that they have time constraints, or that they're associated with community and peers, or their adaptability and problem solving. So all of these are parts in which we can tailor our content, right, to appeal. And we know, because we utilize the power of artificial intelligence, that those are parts of the lives of our target audience. And if we create content, for example, on these aspects of their lives, we're going to be tapping their, again, psychology, right? So we know that we're going to have successful content creation if we tap in those fields. So what is the next prompt? What is the age range of the intended audience of our content? So let's copy this, paste. Okay, what is the age range of the intended audience of the target group, let's say, of our target group? Okay, what is the age range of our target group? Obviously, we need to know the age range. And you would be like, okay, surgeons, right? They're anywhere from 40 or 30 to, 60. But it's not that superficial as you think. As you can see, we have a huge target audience, way bigger than we thought. And it comprises of medical students, surgical residents, surgeons, healthcare professionals, wellness and fitness instructors, medical schools. Again, all of those guys right here. We know their age, all right? We just want to input it for ChatGPT to have for future reference. So let's move to the next prompt, which is what is the educational background and level of knowledge of the target audience, all right? Of the target audience. So again, we highlight the fact that those are educated people, right? Highly educated people. As you can see, again, medical students are typically in early stages of their medical education. Surgical residents have completed medical school and now are in the midst of their surgery training. Surgeons are established, right? So we just have a general educational background. As you can see, it can vary, obviously, because we have a huge, again, demographic of people right here. Especially, it's kind of ironic because it is a very targeted niche, but we've managed to tailor this targeted niche, which is fitness for surgeons, to a wider demographic. And this is just one of the great things that we can do with artificial intelligence and ChatGPT. All right, so let's leave this here and move to the next prompt, which is actually extremely important. What are the interests and motivations of the intended audience in regards to the topic of your content, right? Of the content. So this is going to give us very, very valuable insights regarding what content we need to be generating. So again, okay, the interests and motivations of your intended audience in the niche of fitness for surgeons are influenced by the unique demands of their profession and their desire to achieve optimal well-being and professional success. So here are some interests and motivations. So we got again professional excellence, stress management, health and well-being, time efficiency, lifelong learning. So does those factors right here, do those points remind you of something? And the answer is yes. It reminds us of this prompt right here. Let me show you. Yes, this prompt right here, in which we asked about the psychographics of our target audience. So as you can see, those two prompts are very, very similar because the interests and motivations, right, they come from the psychology of our target audience. So the answers that we got from the interests and motivations of our intended audience is exactly the same as what is the psychographics of our target audience. So you can imagine that if ChatGPT gives us this same answer in those two prompts, which may be different, but they have the same core, how important it is to understand the answers of those prompts and actually utilize them for our marketing campaign, our content creation campaign, and our selling campaign. So very, very important answer to this prompt and very, very valuable prompt. So obviously, what are the preferred learning styles or modalities of the intended audience is extremely important, right? Because we need to know how we're going to be targeting them and what type of content we're going to be creating around this niche of fitness. The answer that we got right here is visual learning, interactive learning, simulation and case-based learning, hands-on training, online video content, e-learning platforms, mobile apps, right? And we again can be creating content on different content, right, on every single one of those categories. So different videos regarding visual training, interactive videos, simulation and case-based learning, hands-on training, online video content, e-learning platforms, mobile apps, all of those stuff, require different types of content. And there's really not just one type of content to fit everything. We can do this, but the more we individualize our content to each one of those platforms and each one of those different learning types, the better outcome we're going to get. Now, in next lessons, I'm going to show you how to actually get long-form content and transform it into short-form content. And in this way, we're going to be covering a huge amount of destinations, if you will, of content, because we're going to have our long-form content. We could be uploading those videos on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Reddit, on Instagram even, right? And then using artificial intelligence, I'm going to show you how to cut down this long-form content into shorter content bits, right? Completely for free with 4 or 5 clicks. So for free and extremely easy. And then those short-form content can be redistributed into more short-form content, if you will, consumption destinations, such as YouTube Shorts, TikToks, right, Instagram Reels. So this is going to be done in another lesson. But just for this reference right here, I'm just wanted to show you how many different learning styles and modalities can be utilized for our intended audience. So finally, this is the final prompt we're going to use. Suggest 10 ways for us to reach our target audience. Extremely, extremely valuable prompt right here. So just 10 ways to reach our target audience. How can we reach our target audience? So now the ChatGPT has every information possible around our target audience. We talk about their psychoanalytics, their educational background, their age, their beliefs, their motivations, right? So now ChatGPT knows everything. We have noted everything down in this chat right here that we have with ChatGPT. So now it is time to utilize this final prompt right here, which is suggest 10 ways to reach your target audience. So the first way is, for example, with educational workshops, with online video content, with social media marketing, with email marketing, with content marketing, with partnerships, with medical conferences, with fitness apps. And you can see that the common denominator in every single one of those categories is the fact that content can be tailored to appeal to every single one of those categories, right? Now, before we end this lesson, I would like to highlight one thing. If we asked this prompt right here, suggest 10 ways to reach our target audience, before we have asked all of those prompts, again, this strategy that we're analyzing in this course wouldn't work. And it wouldn't work simply because ChatGPT wouldn't have all of the information that we gave and we brainstormed together. So there is a reason why I have numbered these prompts in this numbered list right here. I don't want you to be using the last prompt, for example, at the beginning of your brainstorming process. I want you to be using those prompts as I have pasted them in this list right here. So ladies and gentlemen, this was the lesson. I hope that I didn't exhaust you with this lesson, but this was this amazing and very, very helpful lesson regarding target audience research, right? Now that we've closed the chapter of our target audience, we know the desires, the age group, the socioeconomic status, the demographics, their desires, their psychological factors that make them consume our content, right? We know pretty much everything regarding our target audience. It is time to individualize this concept even more. And we're going to do this in the next lesson by identifying our target avatar, right? You will see in the next lesson this amazing process of target avatar identification and the fact that once we name our target avatar and once we describe the desires of our target avatar and the pain points of our target avatar, then it's going to be extremely easy for us to tailor our content, right, to deliver and appeal to those pain points. And once we do this, this is the ultimate recipe for successful content online. So thank you very much. I'm going to see you in the next lesson of this course. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to this fourth and extremely valuable lesson of this course. This fourth lesson could be perhaps the most valuable lesson that we would have in all of the modules in this course right here. Why is this course so valuable? Because due to the fact that in the previous lessons we have brainstormed our target audience and we have understood some basic principles around ChatGPT and how to utilize the power of prompts, right, to get what we want out of ChatGPT. Now it is time to put all of this knowledge into practice and actually create our target audience, our target avatar. It is completely different to brainstorm your target audience and create your target avatar, because target audience is pretty much assumptions around which people will benefit from our content or where we should tailor our content towards, right? But creating a target avatar gives a personal, if you will, vibe into this whole brainstorming process. And it's going to be extremely easier for you to create content if you know exactly who you will be referring to. All right. So not only to give you just a small recap of what we're going to be doing in this lesson right here, creating a target avatar, we will give a name, a surname, all right, and a whole background story of one person that's representative of our target audience, all right. And from now on, once we're brainstorming our content and when we're creating our content, we will be thinking exactly what does this exact person want to view, all right? What content does this exact person want to be, delivered, right? So why do we do this? We do this due to the fact that you would argue that, maybe if we tailor our content to appeal to a wider audience, we would be more successful rather than narrowing down to a single avatar. So why do we actually choose to directly target a single human being, if you will, a single type of human being with extreme detail in this process? We do this because people aren't as special as they think they are, right? And if there is one person that we can target with our content, usually, the odds, we have 8 billion people in this planet, more than, let's say, 100, 200,000 people are going to be exactly like him with the same hobbies, the same aspirations, the same everyday routine, the same everyday lives. So it is much easier for us to visualize who we're talking to if we create a target avatar. This is exactly what we're doing in this lesson right here. So thank you very much for being here. Let's launch ChatGPT. Let's launch our prompt list and let's dive into creating our target avatar. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on this side of our screen. We've got our prompt list, right? Which, by the way, it's going to be completely free for you to get, right? And I suggest you to download this prompt list because it's going to be extremely important and it's going to just set you free in this whole creation process, right? So those are the 10 prompts that we're going to be using. And again, in ChatGPT, we are on the exact same chat box that we have been using for all of the lessons of this course. We've talked many times about this. It is very important for you to perform all of those tests and add all of those prompts in the same chat box because ChatGPT just has more information about what we are doing, right? So what is the first prompt that we're going to be creating once we're creating our target avatar? The first prompt is this: give your target avatar a name, age, and gender. Describe their background and current life situation. So let's add this prompt right here and let's see what ChatGPT will answer. So certainly, here, let's create a target avatar with the niche of fitness for surgeons, right? So this is Dr. Sarah Mitchell, for example. She's 34, she's a female. So let's see her background. Dr. Sarah is a skilled and dedicated surgeon with a specialization in orthopedics. She completed her medical degree at a prestigious university and subsequently went through rigorous surgical residency and fellowship programs. She's currently employed at a renowned urban hospital where she operates on a range of orthopedic cases from joint replacements to complex spinal surgeries. So look at all of this. Look at all of this background that we have been given to our target avatar. So this is our target avatar, Dr. Sarah Mitchell, right? If I were you now, I would copy this, right? I would copy all of the information that we're brainstorming right now about our target avatar and paste it on a Word document. And perhaps I would also print out this Word document to have it on your desk, because we are going to be coming back to this Word document multiple times when creating our content, right? Our target avatar is something that we want to revisit and revisit many, many times if we want to be specialized with our content and targeted with our content. So this information right here is very important. So let's see, for example, the life situation of our target avatar. Sarah's current life situation is characterized by a demanding work schedule, right? Her days are filled with surgeries, patient consultations, and hospital rounds. She frequently takes on additional responsibilities at the hospital, such as teaching, mentoring medical students and residents. Right? So despite her remarkable career, she's aware of the importance of maintaining her own physical and mental well-being. So you can see that we might have created a target avatar, we might have given a name, a surname, right? And just a background on this person, but those problems don't apply only on our target avatar. It is just easier for us to visualize a person having the problems that we're about to solve with our content. Right? So this is the name of the game, if you will. So here's a problem. Balancing work and life has become a priority for Sarah, and she's looking for ways to incorporate fitness and stress management into her daily routine. Her motivation is driven by her desire to stay at the top of her game professionally while ensuring her long-term health and wellness. Right? So those are the general information that we got with the first prompt, and look at how much info we got about Dr. Sarah Mitchell in the first prompt. So let's move on to the second prompt, which is, what are the primary aspirations and goals of your target audience? What do they dream of achieving in the short and long term, right? So let's ask this. Okay, and keep in mind that our goals and aspirations, okay, they don't need, okay, to have anything to do with the content that we're creating. So right now, we don't need every single answer that ChatGPT is giving to us to be related with the content that we're creating. We're just creating a general outline of a person right here. We're pretty much creating a person right now, right? It's history. And not every single aspect of our target avatar is around fitness for surgeons, right? So I need you to remember this, and it's completely fine if the answers that we're getting right now are not that relevant with the content with the niche that we're targeting with our content, right? So let's see. Your target avatar in the niche of fitness for surgeons has several primary aspirations and goals that reflect her dedication to her profession and her commitment to personal well-being. So some short-term aspirations and goals, for example, are balanced work and life integration, stress reduction, improved physical fitness, right? Establishing a supportive network. So those are some things that she wants to achieve. Now, some long-term aspirations are professional excellence, mentorship and education, personal well-being, community leadership. So as you can see, obviously, the long-term aspiration of a surgeon isn't to have reduced stress or to be fit. It's more of, excellence, mentorship, education, improving science stuff. So obviously, we're not trying to appeal to the long-term aspirations and goals of our target avatar. That being said, as you can see in the short-term aspirations and goals, you can see that our content and our product, if we sell a product around fitness for surgeons, absolutely appeals on stress reduction and improved physical fitness. So we keep this information about our target avatar, about Dr. Sarah, and as you can see now, ChatGPT knows that this is our target avatar, right? Dr. Sarah Mitchell, right? It knows our niche, which is fitness for surgeons, and it knows its primary aspirations and goals, right? So this is the importance of using the same chat. Right, you can see that now we're starting to gain the benefits of using the same chat for all of our prompts and all of our research in this content creation process. Right, so the next question that we're going to ask ChatGPT is, identify the main pain points and challenges that your target avatar faces in their daily life or work. Absolutely essential prompt right here, and one of the most important prompts that you're going to be asking in this whole course. Identify the main pain points and challenges that your target avatar faces in their daily life or work, right? All of the lessons that we had up until this point, right? Researching a target audience, creating our target avatar has led up to this moment right here. Once we understand the pain points and challenges that our target avatar faces, then we can tailor our content to appeal, all right, and fill in those gaps. And this is where we are going to be going viral. So, Dr. Sarah Mitchell, your target avatar, faces several significant pain points and challenges, that's good for us, in her daily life and work as a surgeon. These challenges stem from the unique demands of her profession and the need to balance her career with personal well-being. So, what are her pain points? High stress work environment, long working hours, physical demands, mental fatigue, right? Limited personal time, balancing work again and personal well-being, peer pressure, continuous learning and advancement, sleep deprivation, isolation, lack of tailored wellness resources. So all of those pain points, right, or at least the pain points that are more relevant to our niche and the content that we are creating, we will try to solve with content. All right, we will try to solve with content. And those pain points right here, as you can see, in future lessons, you will find out that we will copy them, right, and we will ask for solutions to those problems. And ChatGPT will provide actually solutions to those content, to those problems. And especially, more deeply, it's going to provide solution to those problems that we can solve with content. For example, to give you an example, we're going to dive deeper in next lessons to this. So, high stress work environment. A video that we could create here is, for example, how to decrease stress while working as a surgeon. And inside the video, we would plug our fitness content, right? So you can see that we approach those people based on the problem that they have, which is high stress work environment. We provide a solution to this problem, which is let's decrease your stress while working with what? Our problem solving content, which is fitness at this case, right? So now let's move to the next prompt, which is what are the deep desires or unfulfilled needs that your target avatar has? What drives them on a profound level, right? Extremely important prompt, because everything, all of the problems that a person could have and all of the problems that we could solve with our content could be either around health, around wealth, or around relationships, right? So in this case, the deep desires of our target avatar could be either a health desire, a wealth desire, or a relationship desire. In this case right here, we're not talking about wealth desires because surgeons are pretty well off. We're not talking about health, relationship desires that much, but it was mentioned that she has some peer pressure, but mostly we're talking about health at this case right here. So we are creating content to tailor in the niche of health. So let's see what are some deep desires. Personal fulfillment, right? Sarah desires personal fulfillment through her work as a surgeon. Professional excellence, obviously, we talked about this. Mentorship and legacy, right? She yearns to become a mentor to the next generation of surgeons. Stress resilience. One of her profound needs is to build resilience to stress and maintain her emotional well-being. Balanced life, right? She deeply desires a balanced life where she can excel in her surgical career while also prioritizing her personal well-being, relationships, and leisure activities. So all of these right here are the deeper desires, if you will, not that superficial desires. For example, I want more muscles, or I want my back not to hurt when I'm operating. Those are some a bit, deeper desires that our target audience has. It is very important for us as content creators to understand, right, and decode those deep desires and then tailor our content to not only appeal to the superficial desires that will make our audience click, but also appeal to the deeper desires of them to make them stay and watch our videos, right? So the next prompt is describe your target avatar's hobbies, interests, and pastimes outside their personal life. We're going to copy paste it right here, right? And this, okay, it's not going to be that important for our content, but that being said, if you want a complete target avatar profile, if you will, we need to also mention these. So, and as you can see, ChatGPT has a lot of hobbies and pastimes, right, to suggest us. We got physical fitness, nutrition, reading, meditation, music and arts, travel, exploration. So you can see that this target avatar right here is consciously trying to increase its health, right, with physical fitness, nutrition, reading, right, meditation. So you can see that our target avatar is concerned about her health. She wants to optimize her health. All right, this is why this is the ultimate, the optimal target avatar for our content. We're talking about a surgeon because we're selling fitness content for surgeons, right? And we're talking about surgeons that are actually passionate about their health and they want to take their health to the next level. So this is exactly our target avatar right here. Let's move to the next prompt, which is what values and beliefs are important to your target avatar? What causes or issues do they deeply care about? So let's see. Dr. Sarah Mitchell, right, holds a set of values and beliefs that are important to her, and she deeply cares about certain causes and issues that align with her professional and personal aspirations. Some of the values, beliefs, and causes that are important to her include commitment to patient well-being, right, professional excellence, balance and well-being, right, community and mentorship. So you can see that now we're getting answers that are getting a bit repetitive. This is a good sign. All right, this means that ChatGPT has pretty much given us all of the information that it has on our target audience, right? This means that we have given, first of all, the correct prompts and the correct information to ChatGPT, and we're getting back 100%, let's say, of the output that we can from ChatGPT. So this is a level that you want to reach, right? This is a level that it is desired to be reached regarding our target avatar creation. And once we copy all of the answers that we got, we can paste them in a Word document. And even if we start a new chat with ChatGPT, for example, we can create a new chat and add as a prompt, "This is my target audience," and paste our whole Word document with our target audience that we have brainstormed right here. So again, keep this as a Word document. You never know when you're going to need a new chat with ChatGPT. Just paste this whole thing and let ChatGPT know about all of this information, right? And now let's move to the next prompt, which is list the influencers, okay, thought leaders or role models that your target avatar looks up to or follows. Very important prompt right here, because if those influencers, right, and role models have a special way of talking or have content online, for example, and a special way of delivery of content, we can mimic those people and we know that it's gonna appeal to our target avatar. All right, so those are some doctors. I'm not gonna get into too much detail here. Okay, we got Dr. Sanjay Gupta, we got Dr. Angela Duckworth. All right, so all of those people, those are real people, by the way, right? I'm not going to get into too much detail here, but in your target avatar, if you see that those people are creating content, short form content or long form content, you can see and compare to which content goes viral and why it goes viral. And we will know that this appeals to our target avatar, and we will try to mimic the content of those people because we know that it is very successful with our target avatar. So the next prompt is, what are the sources of information and media your target avatar consumes regularly, right? This could include websites, podcasts, or magazines. Again, in the same fashion of the influencers that our target avatar looks up to, right? We want to know the sources of information and media that our target avatar consumes, all right? So we got, again, medical journals, publications, conferences, websites, right? Health and wellness blogs, podcasts, networks, mentors and colleagues, medical literature. So all of that stuff we also have brainstormed, if you remember, in the target audience research. But now in the target avatar, it gets a bit more personal. So for example, in podcast, Sarah listens to healthcare and wellness podcasts during her commute or while exercising. Podcasts like The White Coat Investor or The Doctor's Kitchen provide insights on financial well-being and nutrition. So for example, you can see that we're talking about very tailored answers right here, and those are the answers that we want to copy again and paste on the Word file of our target avatar. Another very cool thing that you can do in your target avatar is to search an image of a person that would look like your target avatar. For example, a 34-year-old female doctor, and add this image in your Word document. Again, the more information you add, the cooler this whole process could be. I know that some people print out the pictures of the target avatars that they have brainstormed and literally set them above their cameras, right? So when they're talking to a camera, they're referring directly, they're looking at their target avatar. This is how deep you should go into this process if you want to be extremely successful in this niche. So now let's move to the ninth prompt, which is imagine a typical day in the life of your target avatar. What challenges do they encounter, and how does your offering address those issues? So let's see what ChatGPT will actually answer here. This is a very important prompt. Certainly, let's walk through a typical day in the life of Dr. Sarah Mitchell. So we know that she's a surgeon, right? She wakes extremely early. She goes in the operating room by 7:30, right? In the afternoon, she starts lunch, but finding healthy and nutritious goals and options in the hospital cafeteria can be challenging, right? So she strives to maintain a balanced diet. At 1 p.m., she meets with colleagues and students to discuss patient cases and all that stuff, right? And we know that those surgeons work up until the evening. So how can we offer and how can our offer address the issues that she has along her day, right? You can see at 6 p.m. right after work, she might have limited personal time for relaxation and socialization with friends and family. And at 8 p.m., she seeks ways to manage stress and unwind from the day's challenges, and her need for stress management and well-being is paramount. So how does your offering address those issues? We could say, and we could add, for example, in our surgical fitness model, that we have stress management resources or time-efficient workouts that she could just sneak in her day, right? Nutrition guidance, personal excellence tips, community and support. So all of those could be ways to enhance our offer, to add to our content, to appeal to our target avatar even more. So now we're going to go to the 10th and final prompt of this lesson right here, which is write a short story about your target avatar's journey from their current situation to achieving one of their aspirations, and how your product or content played a crucial role in this journey. So this is actually a prompt that we would use, and the answers of this prompt aren't that important for us, simply due to the fact that we need to have created content in order for this story to work for us. But this could be an amazing example of how somebody that enrolls in our program or consumes our content or subscribes to our YouTube channel, right, what the desired outcome would look like, right? And we want to know what the desired outcome of our target avatar would look like, because we would tap in this desired outcome and we would try to sell this exact desired outcome when presenting our content to people that view this, right? So again, you could see, for example, that Dr. Sarah's journey to achieving her aspiration of maintaining a balanced life while excelling in her surgical career was a challenging yet transformative one. Her commitment to professional excellence, mentorship, and personal well-being was unwavering, but she needed the right tools and resources to achieve her goal. Through her journey, Dr. Sarah Mitchell not only achieved her aspiration of a balanced life, but also made a lasting impact on the healthcare of the community. The fitness platform had played a crucial role in her transformation, providing her with the tools and community she needed to excel professionally while maintaining her well-being. Okay, so those, right, positive aspects right here are the exact positive aspects that we should tap in and try to sell as the dream outcome of our content. And this pretty much concludes the lesson in which we brainstormed our target avatar. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. I know that it was a bit longer than expected, but I really want you to understand the importance of creating a target avatar. So I encourage you to go ahead, download these prompts, add them to your GPT program, tailor them to your niche, and create your target avatar. Give it a name, okay, an age, a background, hobbies, aspiration, pain points, all right? It's everyday life. And once you're done with your target avatar, don't forget to also add an image just to give some extra life to your target avatar. Once you're done with your target avatar, we can move to the next lesson of this course. Now, in the next lesson of this course, which is going to be a lot shorter than this lesson right here, so I don't want you to stress about this, we will be piling up the needs that we have noted down in this section, and we will be suggesting or generating, if you will, with ChatGPT, solutions to those needs. We need to have those solutions to the needs of our target avatar noted down, because in future lessons we're going to take those solutions and I'm going to show you how to transform solutions of problems that our target avatar has directly to video content ideas. This, ladies and gentlemen, will be your recipe to never run out of content ideas. So thank you very much, and I'm going to see you in the next lesson of this course. So hello everybody and welcome to this fifth lesson of this course. In this lesson right here, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be taking and decoding, if you will, the profile that we created, this target avatar. We will be pointing out the problems of the target avatar that we have created, and then we will be suggesting solutions to those problems, which solutions we're going to take those solutions again in the next lesson, all right, and create video content ideas based on those solutions. Now, to be successful in this approach, to be successful with this strategy, which is pretty much to suggest solutions to our target avatar's problems and capitalize again on this information gap that we have as providers of our offers, obviously, and our content against our target avatar that doesn't know how to fulfill those demands, those needs, right? This process right here requires us to have completed all of our previous steps, right? And those previous steps is to understand ChatGPT, to research our target audience, to create our target avatar, to again attract a lot of information around our target avatar. And now that we've done all of this again in the same chat, right, in the same chat box with ChatGPT, it is time to list as many problems as we can and then gradually be suggesting solutions to those problems, which are going to be transformed later on to videos. All right, I hope this makes sense, and this is the ultimate approach in creating content, because at the end of the day, this, especially this type of content that we're creating in this course right here, it is informational and educational content. All right, and when people want to be informed or educated, it is very clear that there is an information gap and they usually have a problem that wants to be solved, right? So it is very easy for us to come in this information gap with the information that we have that is capable of solving the problems to those people, right? And delivering this information, delivering those data sets in content, right? So this is exactly what we're doing. Now, before we launch ChatGPT, before we start again generating prompts and actually listing out the problems and listing out solutions to those problems, I would like to ask you a question. Would you be interested in doing a random act of kindness? Would you be interested in helping a complete stranger that you have never met before completely for free in 3 seconds? If someone came to you and asked you to help a complete stranger, all right, that you will never meet or perhaps never meet, all right, in 3 seconds, and you know that you will help him massively, would you do it? If the answer is yes, I encourage you to leave a review in this course, a positive review in this course, that it's going to really help me out as a course creator if you're finding value and you want me to be creating more courses. All right, so thank you very much if you leave this review. Again, enough with this small pause and let's get back to our regular program with ChatGPT. So the two final prompts that we asked ChatGPT to gain information around our target avatar is, first, imagine a typical day in the life of your target avatar. What challenges do they encounter and how does your offering address these issues? So we got a general outline of the problems, of the issues of our target avatar, but they're not listed as bullet points, and we really want to list those problems as bullet points if we're going to be again providing solutions to those problems and suggesting those solutions as information with our content. So this won't do it for now. It's great if we want to outline our target avatar and have it on a Word document to review afterwards, but it's not going to work for this lesson right here. And the next prompt that we gave is, write a short story about your target avatar's journey from their current situation to achieving one of their aspirations, right? How your product or content played a crucial role in that journey. So again, this is perhaps to visualize the demand, or if you will, the outcome that our target avatar wants to have, or the desirable outcome, if you will, after enrolling to our program or after consuming our content. Right now, we don't need to introduce a lot of new prompts right here, simply due to the fact that because we have everything in the same chat, and you can see we've been chatting with ChatGPT a lot here. All of these are prompts that we have added because we have gave all of this information. We've given all of this information to ChatGPT. We just can go ahead and ask some prompts to identify the problems of our target audience. So what is the first prompt that I'm going to ask here? It could be, create a bullet point list of 10 of the 15, let's say 10 of the 10 biggest problems that our target avatar faces around our niche or regarding our niche. And let's see what ChatGPT will answer here. Certainly, here are 10 of the biggest problems that Dr. Sarah Mitchell, right, our target avatar, in the niche of fitness for surgeons. So, all right, we've established that ChatGPT knows who is our target avatar and what is our niche, faces. So we got high stress levels, right? The demanding nature of surgical work leads to high stress levels, right? Long working hours. Surgeons often work long hours, right? Leaving little time for personal life and well-being. Physical fatigue, mental fatigue, balancing work and personal life, stress resilience, healthy nutrition, fitness integration, all right? It's hard to incorporate fitness routines in the daily lives, right? Peer pressure and expectations, professional growth and personal well-being. All of those are, let's say, the 10 biggest problems of our target avatar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to decode those problems, provide solutions to those problems, and in the next lesson, we're taking those solutions and we're transforming them, right, into video ideas. Just to give you a brief explanation, all right, a general outline, if you will, on how this would go. It would be, for example, we know that those are the 10 most valuable and the biggest problems, issues, all right, that this target avatar is facing right now in her life. Let's start with the first one, high stress levels. What content could we create, right, in order to solve this problem, right? So let's start with the first one. Suggest, all right, another prompt. Suggest 3 ways to solve the first problem of high stress levels with in our niche, okay, in our niche, let's just remind again, of fitness for surgeons. This is the way in which you need to work. After we have created our target avatar and we have identified the 10 core problems of our target avatar, it is time to decode each and every single one of those problems and provide solutions to each and every single one of those problems, right? With our offer, with our content. And this is exactly what we're doing right now. So let's see the 3 solutions that we got for the first problem of our target avatar. It is mindfulness, right? And stress reduction techniques, supportive community, tailored work-to-life balance resources. Okay, again, addressing high stress levels in the niche of fitness for surgeons is crucial for the well-being of healthcare professionals. Here are 3 ways to help alleviate this problem. So we've got mindfulness and stress reduction techniques. All right, develop and provide mindfulness and stress reduction resources tailored to surgeons. Right, this may include guided meditation sessions, deep breathing exercises, all of that stuff. So we got those 3 solutions to our problems. In later lessons, again, and more specifically in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to take those solutions and create multiple videos, right, in each and every one of those solutions, which is the name of the game and what we want to be doing with our content. For now, let's leave the solutions there. And if you want to take this one step further, I would take the solutions, right, from ChatGPT. I would take them, I would copy them, paste them on a Word document, and this is, ladies and gentlemen, how you find unlimited ideas for your content, unlimited content ideas. Let's move to the second problem, all right? And we want to be doing this for every single one of our problems, all right? Because once we have everything listed down, it's going to be completely easy for us, very easy for us to provide solutions and content ideas. Long working hours, right? I don't know. Let's see what's going to suggest us. I'm not sure if ChatGPT can actually suggest a solution to this problem. So it's just 3 ways to solve the second problem of high working hours, of long working hours in our niche with our niche of fitness for surgeons. I'm not sure if ChatGPT is going to be effective here, but let's see. Long working hours are a common challenge for surgeons, and finding ways to manage these hours is crucial for their well-being. Here are 3 ways to address the problem of long working hours, for example. Time-efficient workouts and routines, right? I mean, it doesn't really solve the problem of long working hours, but it suggests a solution to the other problems, all right, in a manageable time frame, which is good enough. Flexible fitness resources, again, develop content that emphasizes flexibility and fitness planning, right? Surgeon schedules can be unpredictable, right? Or wellness integration in the workspace. Collaborate with healthcare institutions and hospitals to promote wellness initiatives within the workplace. All right, offer fitness classes or stress management sessions during lunch breaks or between shifts. So those are just 3 suggestions that ChatGPT has to give us. Now, I want you to know this. We don't need to ask only for 3 solutions to each problem. We could literally ask for 1,000 solutions for each problem in ChatGPT. But obviously, the quality of the solutions that we're going to get will decline as we suggest, as we request, more and more and more solutions. So I have found through personal experience, and this is what I am teaching in this course, to ask for 3 solutions on each and every single one of the problems. So again, you're going to take this, you're going to copy those solutions, all right, and I want you to paste them in your Word document. Let's move to the next problem, which would be physical fatigue. Now, in this case right here, we obviously have a lot of solutions to the physical fatigue part because fitness helps with physical fatigue. So let's say suggest 5 ways to solve the third problem, all right, of physical, let's see, physical fatigue with our niche of fitness for surgeons. Let's see, 5 ways now, not 3. Addressing physical fatigue is vital for surgeons to maintain their performance well-being. Right? Here are 5 ways to tackle the problem of physical fatigue in the niche of fitness for surgeons. Right? So we got functional strength training, for example, or yoga and stretching exercises, or post-operative recovery workouts, or guidance on ergonomics and workplace adaptations, hydration and nutrition education. So all of those ways. Now, to give you a sneak peek of the next lesson, what we're going to be doing is pretty much we're going to be taking the first solution of the third problem of our target avatar that we have created, which is, for example, functional strength training. And we could create a video, for example, which is how to decrease, all right, or give me a second, how to decrease physical fatigue as a surgeon with functional strength training, or how to use functional strength training to never feel exhausted after surgery again. All right, and this video would be recommended to our target avatar, and then our target avatar will click on this video, consume our content, like our content, consume more of our videos, and this is how our channels and our communities will grow. So you can see now the true power of artificial intelligence, the true power of ChatGPT, and the true brainstorming process that we have been doing in those lessons. It's starting to pay out. Let's move to the next problem. We don't have to go through every single one of those problems, right? But let's go, for example, in the mental fatigue problem, okay, which is a big one. So let's copy this. Suggest, for example, let's say 3 ways here. Suggest 3 ways to solve the fourth, just like the problem of mental fatigue with our niche of fitness for surgeons. And ChatGPT has pre-registered that our niche of fitness for surgeons is content-based, it is video-based, so it suggests video-based answers to those problems, to those questions. So we got, for example, mindfulness and stress reduction practices, or cognitive fitness workouts, or sleep hygiene and recovery strategies. This would be a great idea for a video, for example. Best sleep strategies to decrease mental fatigue for surgeons, all right? Or how to decrease mental fatigue for surgeons, all right? Best sleep strategies. This could be, for example, a video that we would create. And again, the titles, the descriptions, the tag, all of this stuff is going to be search engine optimized, and we're going to be doing this with ChatGPT. I don't want you to stress about this. All right, so those are the 3 solutions that we got. Let's move, for example, to a final. Let's do a final one, right? Fitness integration. That's a good one. All right, let's see how to solve. All right, suggest 3 ways to solve the problem of fitness. All right, fitness integration. All right, with our niche of fitness for surgeons. Let's see. So, integrating fitness into the demanding schedules of surgeons is key challenge. Here are 3 ways to address the problems of fitness integration in the niche of fitness for surgeons. We got time-efficient workouts, or again, wellness programs at the workspace. Now, I don't want to bore you with providing solutions, right, to my target avatar, because it's going to be completely relevant, right, to from your target avatar that you have created through this process. All I want to show you right here is that we need to identify those problems, right, and suggest solutions to those problems. And now it's time to take those solutions, right, and transform them into video ideas, right? Because it is one thing to have a general solution into a problem, for example, wellness programs at the workplace, right? But it's a complete other thing to have a ready video idea that you know that this search engine optimized. For example, the title is search engine optimized, it is highly searched and of high demand. So this is a complete other thing and a complete other science that we're going to be analyzing right later in this course. So before we move into the lesson in which we're going to be taking those solutions, those answers that we gave in this short lesson right here and transforming them into content, I think that it is of key importance to have a small parenthesis, right, in this course and have a very, very small lesson on storytelling. Why I want to have a lesson on storytelling? Well, it is very simple. We are utilizing ChatGPT. We are utilizing artificial intelligence. We are using, right, artificial intelligence, but we need also to take advantage of our creativity, of our ability as human beings to inspire others with our words, with our actions, with our history. And this is something that ChatGPT, it isn't going to be very easy for ChatGPT to replace, right? ChatGPT can replace this genuine human connection that you can have through a camera with another human being. And it is good to have all of this information. It is good to have brainstorm, a target avatar. But if you can't communicate, to the heart of your people, to the heart of your audience, and if you can't actually, provide the solution to the problems that your target audience has genuinely, and after talking, seeing, if you will, your target audience directly to the eyes and communicating the solutions to its problems, then you will be replaced by ChatGPT. What we are as content creators is just communicators of information. We're capitalizing on this information gap that we have on our audience, right? But if you want to be a great communicator, you need to understand the power of storytelling, right? Utilizing the power of artificial intelligence, utilizing the power of ChatGPT, it's cool, all right? And it's going to save us a lot of time. It's going to save us a lot of energy, right? That being said, we don't want to be completely replaced by ChatGPT. So how are we not replaced? How we're not going to be replaced, all right, with ChatGPT is by understanding some core principles of storytelling. The next video, the next lesson of this course, it's going to be a very short guide on how to become this likable character, right? A guide which I have learned through a very, very important book that I've read, right? And I'm going to be suggesting to you this book in the next lesson. I really 100% suggest you to read this book, right? Which analyzes how you can become the so-called attractive character. And what the attractive character is a person of authority that is able to deliver content flawlessly and inspire others with the minimal amount of work. So this is exactly what we're doing in the next lesson of this course. Thank you very much for being here, and I'm going to see you in this next lesson. So welcome everybody to this lecture right here of this course. Now, this is not going to be a normal lesson. Again, this is going to be a lecture. We're not going to be launching ChatGPT. We're not going to be inputting prompts. We're not going to be copying and pasting the results of ChatGPT in our Word document. In this lecture right here, in this PowerPoint presentation, we're going to be going through one of the most important aspects of a successful content creator, right? And this is his attractive character. Now, listen, the era of which brands used to rule the market and rule the world is over. People have stopped looking for brands. People have stopped, idolizing brands, and they're seeking of genuine human interactions, genuine human relationships. This is why you see brands, starting to brand themselves as humans, right? You've seen Twitter or X being run by Elon Musk, who has a personal brand. You see Amazon being run by Jeff Bezos, who has a personal brand. You see Tim Cook, right, leading Apple. He has a personal brand. Personal brand is the future, and in the future, consumption, right, and content creation will be highly based on personal brands. Now, if you want to leverage your content and add a personal taste, if you will, in your content, you need to understand the principles in this lecture right here, the principles that we're going to be discussing in this PowerPoint presentation are going to be extremely valuable for you. Okay. Now, we are using ChatGPT in this course. We have been using ChatGPT a lot, right? From audience research to target audience creation to seeking the problems of our target audience to suggesting solutions to those problems. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to turn those solutions into content. But listen, we can't be completely replaced by ChatGPT, all right? And we don't want to be completely replaced by ChatGPT. The one factor that will keep us irreplaceable in the market as content creators is our ability to inspire others and this genuine human connection that we have with our audience. This is exactly what we're enhancing with this lesson right here. So without any further ado, welcome to this short PowerPoint presentation in which we're going to be going through again how to become an attractive character and how to lead a group of people with your content flawlessly without even thinking about it. So thank you very much, and again, welcome to this lesson. So again, ladies and gentlemen, in this lesson, we're going to be discussing about storytelling or building the so-called attractive character. Why do you need one? Why do you need to become an attractive character? What are the 4 core elements of an attractive character, and what are the identities of an attractive character? So before we start, let's analyze actually the power of storytelling, why you need to become a good storyteller if you want your content to appeal to a lot of people and if you want to drive organic traffic to your content. As we know, storytelling is one of the most powerful tools for communicating a message and inspiring action. Now, don't get me wrong. When people think about storytelling, they're thinking about, reading a book to children or telling a story to children around a fire, right? But storytelling can be much more than this because communicating a message, right, and inspire action could originate and could refer to from reading a book to children to actually communicating your offer to a wide group of individuals and inspire them to click on your offer and be navigated to your website to buy, the product that you sell. So you can see that storytelling isn't only, entertainment. It could also have a marketing aspect around it. Now, the keys for a good story is to, first of all, make people relate with your story, make people feel something with your story, and we're going to back this topic, a lot, making people feel something with your story, right? And motivating people to take action after listening to your story, after listening to your words. In order to do all of that, you need to become the so-called attractive character. So in order to make people relate with you, in order to make people feel, to provoke feeling from your audience, and in order to motivate people to take action, you need to become an attractive character. Now, the attractive character is a concept that originates from this amazing book right here, .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. I've read this book. I 100% suggest you to read this book. It is an absolute must if you are a content creator, and the secrets that I'm going to be revealing to you in the next slides of this PowerPoint presentation originate from this book right here. They are evidence-based, they work, and Russell Brunson is an absolute genius in the field. Okay, so all of the secrets on how to become an attractive character, again, you can find in the .com Secrets book. Now, what is this attractive character? Now, in entrepreneurship and marketing, an attractive character is a persona created in order to build a following, influence customers, and drive action. I don't want you to narrow down only in entrepreneurship and marketing, but if you think about it, launching a YouTube channel, launching a TikTok channel, launching, an Instagram profile, it is entrepreneurship and it is marketing. You need to know how to drive people to watch your offers, to watch your content, to watch your videos, and an attractive character, okay, this persona that is created to build a following, influence customers, and drive action is the ultimate way for you to do so. Now, why do we need to have an attractive character? Take a look at this logo right here. Do you feel like this logo appeals to you? Do you feel like this logo makes you want to buy something from this company? The answer is no, because people build relationships with people. They do not build relationships with images. They do not build relationships with businesses. People build relationships with people, and each and every single one of the modern businesses, you can see that it has a person in which people want to relate to, in which people trust and build a relationship with. Apple again has Tim Cook, for example. Tesla has Elon Musk. Amazon has Jeff Bezos. Most big corporations have people in front of them. Remember that. Not images, not businesses, people. Now, if you want to build relationships with your customers or with your viewers and influence them in a meaningful way, then you need to create this attractive character. This will help you tell compelling stories, illustrate your values, and drive people to take action in your product. Now, taking action could be buying, could be subscribing, could be sharing a video. If you are an attractive character, making people buy your offers, making people subscribe to your channel, making people share your videos, it's going to be extremely easier because you're going to be giving so much value and you're going to be so influential to your people that they would feel obligated to give back by sharing a video, by liking a video, by subscribing to your channel. This is what an attractive character wins, how an attractive character wins. Now, an attractive character has, ladies and gentlemen, 4 elements, right? 4 key elements. The first element is a backstory. Now I'm giving you the complete blueprint found, again, on .com secrets on how to create an attractive character. The first secret is that an attractive character has a backstory. I need you to remember this. Once we generate the content, once we brainstorm the video ideas, I want you to implement all of these 4 core elements and the 4 characteristics of an attractive character to your content, right? So you need a backstory. Every attractive character has a backstory. Where did they come from? How did they get to where they are? What obstacles did they face and how did they overcome those obstacles? To give you an example of my backstory on my content creation journey, right? I am a medical student. For example, this is my backstory. I was a medical student when I turned 20 years old. I was really interested in cameras, and I used to upload videos on YouTube, but I didn't see that much success on YouTube. Where did they get to where they are? So right now I'm a successful course creator. I love to monetize my passions and share, my knowledge with other people. All right. So how did I move from being, a small YouTube channel to actually sharing my passion through online course creators? This is what you need to elaborate on if you're an attractive character. What obstacles did they face and how did they overcome them? All right. So from point A, being a small YouTuber to point B, in my case at least, being a successful course creator, I had many problems. So actually let your people know, how did you overcome those problems? Now, if we would put my example out of the way, right, which is personalized, let's actually keep the example that we have been using in this course right here, which is fitness for surgeons. So let's see, where did our attractive character, let's say that we would create an attractive character to tailor to our target audience, right? So let's see, where did our attractive character come from? Let's say that I was a surgeon, right? If I'm selling this fitness for surgeons program, let's say that I'm a surgeon, right? And I was, where did they come from? I was very exhausted when I was operating. Then how did they get from where they are to where they are? How did they get to where they are? So I was exhausted from surgeries and then I started working out and then I built, for example, a muscular core and I relieved my stress. So now I'm not exhausted from my surgeries. What obstacles did they face and how did they overcome them? I didn't have time to work out. I didn't have the time to build like a nutritious meal in order to gain muscles. I was exhausted and stressed and this made me not want to work out. So all of those are problems that our attractive character, in the case again of selling this fitness for surgeons course, for example, or content, would be at. Now, another great value of the attractive character is that the attractive character speaks in parables, right? Attractive characters don't just tell people what to do, they influence their followers with compelling stories and anecdotes. This is the power of storytelling. So great storytelling with an attractive character persona blend together to create the ultimate content creation delivery machine. What is a parable? A parable is a story about something that happened in your attractive character's life. So for example, if I'm an attractive character again in this niche of fitness for surgeons, I wouldn't say, I want you to work out 2 times per week, right? This is not a compelling story and this is not something that comes out of an attractive character. I would be like, so I used to operate on a lot of people and this gave me a lot of physical and mental frustration and I needed to find a way to improve this physical and mental frustration if I wanted to operate, for example, on twice as many people. This is why I started getting into fitness and I started getting into fitness for stress relief for surgeons. Now I'm working out 2 times per week and I've seen a massive increase in my mood and my physical endurance. This is how I'm able to operate on twice as much as people. So you can see that the same exact information at the end of the day, which is that you should work out twice a week, is delivered on 2 completely different ways. Now, you have the ability to use the things that happen throughout your life to teach and inspire others as well as sell products. So, example, all of your experiences that you had, all of the problems that you've faced and you've managed to overcome, you can use stories around those events, right, to inspire others as an attractive character. So you don't need to create this persona of an attractive character completely from scratch. You do not need to lie about your experiences as an attractive character. You just need to be genuine. You just need to be, talking with stories, anecdotes, and just be genuine. People that are genuine are very respected online. What is the third core element of an attractive character? Attractive characters share their flaws. This is very, very important. People don't and can't connect so well with perfect people, flawless people. They connect with real people who have flaws and actually make mistakes. Okay, think of your favorite book or television characters. They're probably not perfect. Spider-Man is not perfect. He's just a wacky kid, right, that goes to college and, he doesn't have that many friends, right? So our favorite book and television characters, well, if you exclude Superman or something, they're not perfect. They're interesting and fascinating because they're imperfect. And Superman, for example, is not perfect. He is imperfect because you can relate to them in a meaningful way. And that's why it's important for attractive characters not just to have flaws, but to share those flaws and being honest with them. Right? It is extremely important if you want people to actually connect with you and find a way to relate with you, to get your problems out there, to talk to your people, talk to your audience about your flaws, about your problems. This is a great way to have people relate with you. In the niche, for example, for fitness for surgeons, I would admit, if I was an attractive character for that niche, that I was stressed, that I was in pain, that I couldn't deliver to my operations. I would admit those things because people also have the same problems with me, but then I would propose and I would analyze how I went from point A to having these problems of stress, to having these problems of, having pain, all right, to point B. Then I went to point B and people would be like, oh man, he managed to go to point B. I want to also go to point B, so I might as well listen to what he has to say, right? The fourth element of an attractive character is that attractive characters harness the power of polarity. Now, this is optional. You don't need to do this, but as a rule of thumb, attractive characters harness the power of polarity. All right, they are controversial, right, and that's partly why they're so attractive, or at least to their target market. They stand for what they believe in. They have options, and they aren't afraid to polarize people who disagree with them. Again, polarity is a great way to make people really fall in love with you or hate you. If you are very, very, controversial about an option, you're gonna have people that are fanatic with what the point in which you stand, and people that just absolutely hate your standpoint. Now, it depends if you want to utilize this fourth element of attractive character in your niche. In the niche of fitness for surgeons, I don't know if we need to be that controversial and that to create that much polarity. But again, keep in mind that this is the fourth element of an attractive character, the fact that they harness the power of polarity. Now, different attractive characters, depending on your niche, depending on the content that you create, have different identities, all right? And there are actually 4 identities of an attractive character. The first one is a leader. Okay, now, depending on your niche, you need to tailor yourself to one of those identities. If you're watching this course right here, and if you are actually a content creator and you're interested in creating more content and inspiring more people and growing your niche, you will probably, if you have some experience in content creation, you will be able to identify yourself in one of those identities. So pay close attention and identify which is your attractive character's identity, which is your identity. The first one is a leader. Leaders are attractive characters who lead their audience confidently and unapologetically from point A to point B. They know how to inspire their followers, and they tell compelling stories that influence their followers to take action. So a leader has a similar backstory to their followers, which is what makes them relatable. And so they're also So they also understand the pitfalls and challenges that their audience will face along the way. But the leader has already achieved the result that the audience wants to achieve. Does this make sense? So the leader once was exactly where his audience was, right, in point A, but the leader managed to overcome the problems, to overcome the obstacles, and go to point B. So now, as a person of authority, he teaches his people that are on point A, or his younger self, right, how to move from point A to point B, how to overcome those problems, how to overcome those obstacles. And how do we teach how to overcome problems and how to overcome obstacles? With content. Right? This is exactly what we're doing with ChatGPT. We're analyzing the problems of our target avatar, and then we're suggesting solutions to those problems through videos, through content. So this is the first identity of the attractive character, being a leader. The second identity that you could choose of your attractive character is being the adventurer or the crusader, right? The adventurer is a persona. The adventurer persona is much more, scrappy than the leader. He's not perfect. He doesn't have all the answers, and they don't pretend to have all the answers. But their journey, their determination to get the answers, is compelling to people who want the results this attractive character is trying to achieve, right? So you take your people, you take your audience along with you in your journey to understand or to get from point A to point B. This is perfect actually in most content creation cases, and this is also amazing if you want to start creating content, if you want to build a community around yourself, but you haven't achieved point B yet. People can relate with the adventurer, they can relate with the crusader, and they can also find sometimes more value from the adventurer or the crusader because he understands the problem that people are facing, right? They understand the problems that people are facing more vividly and more vibrantly than the leader, for example, which has overcome these problems years ago, and now he talks from a leader perspective. The persona of the adventurer or a crusader gives his audience a lot of attention and provides new valuable information and insights as he comes by it, right? What is the next identity of an attractive character? It is the reporter or the evangelist, if you will. Now, this attractive character sets out to find answers that they don't really have. The reporters are, for example, people that run podcasts and are trying to get answers on things that, are hot, for example. Maybe they interview hundreds of people. Let's say Joe Rogan, for example, right? He doesn't have all the answers. He's just trying to figure things out as he goes along the way, and this is why he asks of all of those guests to talk on his podcast, right? Maybe they write a book, or maybe they document their research via a newsletter. Whatever the case, as they're growing and learning, they're taking their audience along with them. So as you can see, the reporter or the evangelist has shares some characteristics with the adventurer or the crusader. So those two types of attractive characters are more similar than, for example, the leader. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was the attractive character. So let's analyze what we've discussed in this lesson right here. Where, first of all, we discussed the importance of being an attractive character and the importance of having an attractive character as the face of your content. Why do we want to do this? Because people don't resemble with brands, people don't resemble with logos, people resemble and relate to attractive character. This is why all brands have attractive characters along their, general image. Now, attractive characters have elements and identities. 4 elements, for example, and 4 identities which we summarized in 3. The 4 elements of an attractive character is that they have a backstory, they speak with parables, they have flaws, and they create polarity. If you combine all of those 4 elements in one attractive character, as you can imagine, you have a very, very powerful attractive character that's going to drive a lot of attention in your offers and in your content. And there are different identities in your target attractive character. So we got the leader, we got the adventurer, and we got the reporter. 3 different type of identities. We're not going to talk about the reluctant hero right now, and we're not going to talk about storylines because it deviates a lot out of our course theme. All right, I want you to also remember that as the identity, if you have completely solved the problem of your target audience, if you have managed to bring yourself from point A completely to point B, then you can 100%, get the identity of a leader. You can become a leader and you can point out how your audience can overcome the obstacles that you have overcome in your past. If you haven't quite reached point B, you can talk from the point of the adventurer or the reporter. Actively reporting the problems that you're facing and actively reporting how you're going to solve them. So, ladies and gentlemen, this right here was Attractive Character. I hope that this lecture was informative, and I hope that I unlocked new data sets that you can utilize to become a very, very successful content creator. Now, we're gonna go back to ChatGPT in the next lesson, and what we're doing in the next lesson is that we're taking the solutions of the problems of our target avatar that we have identified in the previous lesson, right? And then we're creating direct content ideas, direct titles for long form videos for our YouTube channel out of the solutions of the main problems that our target avatar has. In later lessons of this course, we are taking this long form content that we have created and using artificial intelligence, we're striking it down into many, many short form content bits in order for you to distribute in all marketplaces. So thank you very much for being here, and now let's move to the next lesson, in which we're going to be discussing again on how to turn solutions of your problems into content creation ideas. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the lesson we've all been waiting for. In this lesson right here, again, we are taking the problems, or more appropriately, the solutions of the problems that we have brainstormed that our target avatar has, and we are transforming these solutions into video topics, of course, for our content to be created. Right? This lesson right here is going to be the ultimate recipe for you to never run out of video ideas again. Okay, we're going to find extreme value in this lesson, and it's going to be very easy to do this with ChatGPT. This is why we're using ChatGPT. This is why we're utilizing the power of artificial intelligence. And now that we're done by discussing about, the attractive character, storytelling, and those aspects that will give a personal touch to your content, it is time to move again into saving time, saving energy, and optimizing our work with ChatGPT. So enough of the introduction. Welcome to this lesson, and let's dive into this very short lesson on how to turn the solutions of the core problems that your target avatar has into video content ideas. So here we are in ChatGPT, and just to recap again, let's see the prompts that we have asked ChatGPT. So in the previous lesson before, all right, we had a short story about our target avatar's journey, right? Then the next prompt is that we created a bullet point list of the 10 biggest problems that our target avatar faces. And those 10 problems were, for example, high stress levels, long working hours, physical fatigue, mental fatigue, balancing work and personal life, right? Stress resilience, health, nutrition, all of those were the problems, right? And then we had suggest 3 ways to solve the first problem of high stress levels in our niche, right? So again, the first problem was high stress levels. We suggested 3 ways to solve this problem, which is mindfulness, for example, and stress reduction techniques, supportive community, tailored work-to-life resources. Now, in ChatGPT and in general in artificial intelligence, you're going to see that we usually work in 3s. What do I mean by that? All right, in here, okay, we asked about the 10 biggest problems that our target avatar, Dr. Sarah Mitchell, has in our niche, which is fitness for surgeons, right? Now, it's time to work in the rule of 3s. What do I mean by that? We ask for 3 solutions for each problem. So, for example, suggest 3 solutions for high stress levels, suggest 3 solutions for long working hours, suggest 3 solutions for physical fatigue, suggest 3 solutions for mental fatigue, right? As you can see, we did this right here. We did this in the second problem. We did this in the third problem. And now it is time to ask for 3 ways, again, or 3 video ideas for these solutions. All right, so we're going to create 3 video topics on each one of those solutions. So to give an example, right, the first solution to high stress levels, all right, is mindfulness and stress reduction techniques. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to go right here and be like, we are creating those prompts right now, right? Suggest 3 video topic ideas / titles for content around, let me just go again up here. All right, mindfulness and stress reduction techniques, all right, for our target avatar. Suggest 3 video topic ideas and titles for content around mindfulness and stress reduction techniques for our target avatar, or tailored, right? Better, tailored to our target avatar. All right, so let's enter this prompt and let's see what it's going to be generated. So certainly, here are 3 video topic ideas and titles for content on mindfulness and stress reduction techniques tailored to your target avatar, Dr. Sarah Mitchell. So watch this. How perfect is this? This is exactly what we wanted. Surgeon's Sanctuary, mindfulness for high stress environments, or from OR to inner pleasure. Great. Stress reduction strategies for surgeons, daily dose of calm, mindfulness routines for surgeons. Those are videos, ladies and gentlemen. Those are video ideas, and those are video ideas that we know that solve core problems that our target avatar has, right? Which is the representative avatar of our target audience, all right? I don't know if you understand the true value of what we've created right here, but those are 3 videos, 3 long form videos that we can create that are tailored, all right? That are tailored to appeal to the first core problem of the 10 core problems of our target avatar. So how cool is that, right? Let's keep this and let's actually move to the second problem, all right? Which is, for example, let's see. Well, we talked about the first problem, which is high stress levels. We talked about the first solution of the problem, which is mindfulness and stress reduction techniques, right, to reduce stress. And we have more, for example, supportive community or tailored work-life resources, right? So let's try, for example, supportive community. So, for example, another solution that we could get to the stress reduction part, which is the core problem of our audience, we could go, for example, suggest 3 video topic ideas for content around, let's say, cognitive fitness workouts, right? Tailored to our target avatar. So those could be 3 more video solutions, right, to the problem that our target avatar has. Let's see how that goes. Certainly. Here are 3 video topic ideas for content on cognitive fitness workouts tailored to our target avatar, right? Surgeon's Brain Boost, cognitive fitness for peak performance, or sharper minds, safer surgeries, cognitive fitness for surgeons, or mental agility for surgeons, cognitive workouts to stay sharp. So again, found a problem, suggest the solution, all of this with ChatGPT. We identified the 10 core problems. We suggested 3 solutions for each one of our problems, right? And then on each solution, we created this prompt right here, which is suggest 3 video topic ideas for content around, okay? And then we add the solution to the problem that we have brainstormed with ChatGPT. And then here we have video title, video title, video title. Let's do this with a completely different problem that our target audience has, and let's actually brainstorm it as we go on a live basis. So, for example, okay, our target avatar, we know that those are its 10 biggest pain points. All right, let's see, for example, let's say physical fatigue. So our target avatar problems, our target, let's actually mention this to ChatGPT. Our target avatars main and biggest problem is physical fatigue. Okay, suggest 5 ways to solve this problem in our niche. So obviously we always write in our niche because we know that our niche is the content that we're going to be creating. So let's see how to solve these problems with our niche, which is fitness for surgeons, right? Here are 5 effective ways to solve the problem of physical fatigue for your target avatar. So specialized strength and endurance training, stretching and mobility workouts, post-operative recovery plans, right? Ergonomic education and workplace adaptations, nutrition and hydration guidance. So now we're going to do a different approach. We're not going to input each and every one of those solutions, right, and ask for 5 content or video ideas on each and every one of those solutions. We would go like, suggest 3 video titles / topics for each one of those solutions. So suggest 3 video topics and topics around our niche for each one of those solutions that you named. Let's see. That you named, alright, let me spell this. Certainly. Here are 3 video titles topics for each of the 5 solutions to address the problem of physical fatigue in the niche of fitness for surgeons. Do you understand the value of this? Do you understand why we have been creating this and why we have been instructing this course right here in the same chat box with ChatGPT? Now, this ChatGPT model that we have trained right here has so much information about our niche, about our target audience, about our target avatar, about the content that we want to be creating, that it's very easy to generate new responses. So let's see the video topics. So for example, around specialized strength and endurance training, we get those three video topics: surgical stamina, specialized strength training for surgeons; endurance for excellence, surgeon's guide to long-lasting stamina; targeted muscle workouts for surgeons, reduce fatigue in the OR; or stretching and mobility workouts, flexible surgeons, right? Stretching and mobility for better well-being, neck to toes, surgeon's guide to full body flexibility, mobility matters, reducing muscle tension for surgeons. Look at this. Post-operative recovery plans, ergonomic education and workplace adaptations, nutrition and hydration guidance, surgeon's fluid, for example, nutrition and hydration for stamina, energizing eats, right? Meal planning for surgeons' wellness, hydration for surgeons, the key to reducing physical fatigue. And you want to take this a step further, you want to actually take this a step further, right here, right? We've got the titles of our videos. What if, all right, we don't even want to think? What if we want to have the key points of our videos mapped out by ChatGPT? We can do this, all right? So let's say, for example, right? Let's say that the core problem of our target avatar is physical fatigue, right? And we have those 5 ways to solve this problem, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, in each one of those 5 ways to solve a problem, we could create one video, right? But now we're creating 3 videos. So 3 videos for specialized strength and endurance training, 3 videos for stretching and mobility workouts, 3 videos for post-operative recovery plans. Now let's actually go one step further and see what content we will be analyzing in each one of those videos. So for example, let's say create or mention 5 bullet points that should be covered in a video tailored to our target avatar. Okay. Around, or titled surgical stamina, specialized strength training for surgeons. So we're not only brainstorming titles and descriptions of our content, we are literally creating the content right now. So in a video titled surgical stamina, specialized strength training for surgeons, the content should address the following key bullet points to cater the needs of your target avatar, Dr. Sarah Mitchell, right? Muscle groups in focus. Identify and discuss the specific muscle groups that surgeons often use during surgeries. Explain how strengthening these muscles can enhance the surgical stamina and reduce physical fatigue. Surgical specific exercises, progressive training plan, incorporating training into the daily routine, preventing injury and fatigue. So those are, for example, 5 bullet points that ChatGPT thinks that are absolutely essential for us to mention in a video, right, that covers this topic: surgical stamina, specialized strength training for surgeons. I want to take this a step further because there's more to this, right? We can keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, right? I want to take this a step further. Let's say, okay, thank you. Let's be thankful because this program has been saving us a lot of time. I don't know if you understand how much time and how much value we're getting out of this program right here, and I hope you're enjoying this course. Let's say thank you. Thank you. Okay, now script this video with a tone of a personal trainer. So let's say that we hired a personal trainer, all right, to actually shoot this video, and we want to script this video with those 5 bullet points. Let's see if ChatGPT can script this video. Introduction. Camera fades All right, camera fades in to show a person standing in a gym or exercise studio. The person is a fitness expert and a personal trainer, ready to address the audience. Trainer: hey there, surgeons. I'm your personal trainer, and I understand the unique challenges you face in the operating room. Today, we're going to talk about something that's crucial for your performance and well being: surgical stamina. So, segment one, identifying the key muscle groups, right? Exactly the point that we had right here: muscle groups in focus. So, section one, identifying the key muscle groups. Trainer: first things first, let's talk about the muscle groups you need to focus on. As a surgeon, you're constantly using specific muscles in your arms, shoulders, and backs during surgery. It is time to strengthen these areas to reduce fatigue, and then cut to the trainer demonstrating exercise and target these muscle groups. Trainer: we're going to tackle these areas with some specialists. You get the point, right? You get the point. We have literally mapped out a whole video, right? Look at this. Conclusion. Everything. We've identified the 5 bullet points, the 5 most important things that should be covered in a video around surgical stamina, specialized strength training for surgeons, right? Which caters to the biggest problem that our target avatar has. And then we completely scripted this video right here. Now, in the same fashion, you should be doing this on every single problem that your target avatar has, right? Suggesting solutions and tailoring these solutions to videos that we create with our, again, content that tailored to our target avatar. So how cool is that? So ladies and gentlemen, congratulations for completing this lesson. Now, as you can imagine, right now we're in this pivotal point in this course in which we're transitioning from more theoretical part to actually creating content, right? To the more practical stuff of this content creation process. Now, what is the next step here? The next step, before we plan our content strategy and before we actually apply the skills that we know regarding content creation and plan to create long form content and then divide this long form content into short form content bits, right? And then spread it everywhere in the algorithm, we need to cover one final step, one final data set, if you will, that you need to absorb. And this is happening in the next lesson. In the next lesson, all right, this is going to be just one lesson. We're covering everything that you need to know regarding the gear that you're gonna need, right? Because the gear is something that stresses out a lot of people, especially in the content creation process. Now, I know that this course right here is not a videography course, it is not a how to shoot video course, but it is a content creation course, right? And I'm obligated as a teacher, right, to teach you the gear that you're gonna need, especially the basics. So in the next lesson, we're discussing about every single gear piece that you need to know and how to understand how to use every single gear piece for this content creation process. So ladies and gentlemen, by consuming the content in the next lesson, you will be 100% familiar with all of the investments that you should or should not do regarding gear, and you will be, again, 100% familiar on how to use it. Right, so thank you very much for being here. I'm going to see you in the next lesson. So hello everybody, I would like to welcome you to the gear lesson of this course. Again, as I said in the outro of the previous lesson, this lesson right here regarding gear is going to be extremely valuable and the only lesson in this course in which we're going to be covering every single gear piece that you need to know. In general, we're discussing about cameras, we're discussing about lights, we're discussing about what gear you're going to need if you're shooting indoors, if you're shooting outdoors, and then finally we're discussing video editing, right? What gear you need to invest in if you're willing to edit the videos by yourself that you're creating. In general, this video right here, right, this lesson, it's going to be a complete guide that we will cover every single thing that you need to know. So I don't want you to be stressing. All right, welcome, and let's start with this amazing presentation. So again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the gear lesson. Those are the different categories of gear that we're going to be analyzing in this session right here. Again, we're going to be talking about the camera, we're going to be talking about lights, action, and then finally editing. So let's go. So we're going to start with the camera. Now, of course, you can use your smartphone as your camera, right? This is self-explanatory. Smartphones these days have evolved to the point in which their cameras are absolutely amazing. You do not need to invest in a very expensive camera, especially if you don't have, cash flow coming in from your content creation business. All right, once you're trying to upscale, once you have cash flow going in, then I would suggest you to invest in a bigger camera or perhaps a lens that matches the camera. But for now, a smartphone works perfectly. All right. most smartphones shoot full HD, or all smartphones shoot full HD. We're looking for, again, 1080p. This is full HD in video, 1080p with more than 60 frames per second. If your smartphone shoots at 60 frames per second, it's going to be perfect. We don't care if it is an iPhone. We don't care if it is an Android phone. All smartphones will get the job done. It is just basic video shooting, right? And of course, DSLR cameras, mirrorless cameras, GoPros are all going to fit all of those criteria. Now, the next thing we want is your smartphone to have perhaps, a wider or a telephoto lens, all right? Having more options regarding our optics, being able to zoom out or zoom in gives more value to our videos, makes our content better, right? It is not obviously needed, required, but it is better if you have a wide lens or a telephoto lens in your camera, in your smartphone, right? If you want a wide lens or a telephoto lens in your DSLR camera, keep in mind that this is going to cost you a lot of money. Wide lenses usually go from anywhere from $500 to more than $1,000. Telephoto lenses the same. So you can see that we can save a lot of money by learning how to shoot with our smartphones, right? The next thing that we need to have, and we have in DSLR and mirrorless cameras, bigger cameras, and usually smartphones don't have, are internal storage. Right now, in Android phones, they do have internal storage. Android phones do have internal storage, and usually it is an SD card that it is attachable and detachable, and we can upgrade the storage of our phones this way. Now, iPhones do not have internal storage, and this is why sometimes we are going to be needed to upgrade, for example, on cloud storage, or we need to have a system in which we take the files out of our phones into our computer, right? Because we don't want our phones, if there are shooting device, to be filled with files, because they will become slow and they're just going to be a huge pain in the ass. So what we need to have is, again, a full HD camera, a wide or a telephoto lens in this camera, and we need also internal storage in our phone. If our phone doesn't have expandable storage, okay, then we need to find a way to free up some space in our phone, because we are going to be shooting a lot of content and we don't want our phones to be slow. The final factor that is recommended in our camera gears, in the camera setup, is obviously stabilization. Now, most phones that have come after, let's say, 2018, I think they have built-in stabilization in their cameras, and it's just going to be way easier for us if our phones have optic built-in stabilization. Now, stabilization can be either mechanical, so we literally have a stabilizer in the lens of our phone that stabilizes it from jittery movements while we shoot handheld, or it can be post-production stabilization, right? So the phone pretty much takes the video and it analyzes afterwards, after the video it is taken, and it stabilizes it with artificial methods. Now, both of those ways of stabilization obviously have the same result, all right? Stabilized clips, and this is what we're up to. Now, what can we add to our phones if we choose to shoot with our phones to just spice things up, to make things better? We can add those two lenses, all right? And those are, for example, attachable lenses you can add to your phone to give a fisheye look or a more telephoto look. The example on the left is a case that actually partners up with a lens. So it is a case, and then you screw a lens, in this case, of your phone. And of course, you have a wide lens that attaches to this case, a mid-range lens that attaches to this case, a telephoto lens, and perhaps also a distortion lens. So again, those are ways to spice up the production quality of your videos without breaking the bank. All right, if your phone, for example, doesn't have a telephoto lens or doesn't have a wide lens, you can either buy this attachable lens that attaches with a case, or you can buy those clip cases with just clip on your phone. Those clip lenses, keep in mind that they won't cost you more than $10. So you can imagine that buying a wide clip lens on your phone for $10, it's more value for money than paying $1,000 to buy like a professional wide angle lens for your DSLR body. And again, clip lenses can be fisheye lenses, ultra wide lenses, but again, obviously they're less reliable due to the fact that they just clip in front of your phone and they don't screw on a case, right? Another essential that you absolutely need to do, and a problem that you will encounter and you need to sort, is the problem of power, right? If you're shooting with your phone, I want you to know that power is an issue. Your phones run on battery. They don't usually plug on the wall. So we need to solve the problem of battery. In general, in the phones, we have the problem of storage and the problem of battery, all right? So let's tackle the problem of power, the problem of battery right now. Two ways to solve this: either with an external power bank, right? For example, just like this Anker power bank. Anker is an amazing company that sells great quality power banks, right? And the next one is a cable. If we're shooting, for example, our content inside somewhere, we can have our phone directly plugged to the wall. And this is done with a cable. All right, so you need a big cable, for example, more than 1.5 meters, that it plugs to your phone, and it can also reach, for example, the wall plug, right? Obviously, with the cable, we're limited in an internal area, in an internal space, but we never run out of power. With a power bank, we are not limited on an internal space. We can go outside, we can do whatever we want, but obviously we are limited by how much power we have in our power bank. That being said, you can buy 2 power banks, 3 power banks, 10 power banks, as much as you need in order to shoot for the whole day. Another thing that I want to add here is that I want you to invest in quality products regarding power, right? If we're shooting with our phone, we want to make sure that we have the best quality of power coming in our phones, because we don't want them to degrade. We're going to be using our phones a lot. So please invest in a good power bank. Please invest in a good cable. You won't regret it at the end of the day. So what is the next problem that we will face if we're shooting with our phones? And pretty much with any other camera, right? It is storage. Phones run out of battery, phones run out of storage. So how are we going to save the problem of storage? Well, if you have an Android phone, as we said, you can invest on internal storage. How do we do this? With a micro SD card. So 128 gigabytes or even more these days, they're pretty cheap. You just open your phone, put it in, save all the files there, and you're done. All right, this is additional storage that you can directly add to your phone, right? Just like this micro SD card if you have an Android. Now, if you have an iPhone, as we said, you cannot upgrade the storage, right? Or at least physically, you need to buy cloud storage, which means that the videos that we shoot are automatically uploaded to the cloud, and then we can take them down from the cloud from wherever we are with whatever device we're using. This could be a laptop, for example. And usually cloud storage, remember, you can use it with both Android and iPhone, obviously, but it is very, very cheap. So it's about $1 per month, and you get like half a terabyte of storage. So it's very value for money. Both of those cases are very, very, very value for money. So ladies and gentlemen, this was the camera. We discussed about the problem that we have if we decide to shoot with our phones, which is power and storage, and how to solve these problems. Now, the thing is that you can invest in the most expensive camera, the coolest setup. You can pay $50,000 for an amazing camera setup, but if you don't know how to manipulate light and the way that light shines on your subject and enters the optics of your camera, then you will 100% waste your money. So let's discuss now about lights. There are 3 types of lights that we need to focus on. The first one is a softbox, the second one is a ring light, and the third type of lights that we need to know that exist and consider purchasing perhaps is a background light. So let's analyze each and every one of those light categories. Obviously, just like everything in life, we have pros and cons here. And softbox lights have pros and cons. What are the pros of softbox lights? Okay, they look professional, all right? Many people think that they're very expensive, but they're actually very, very cheap. Softbox lights are very, very cheap, all right? You can buy a pair of 2 for like $30, which is extremely cheap considering that they never break. They don't get lost or anything because you have them in an internal space and they last for years. I have 2 softbox lights, one right here, one right there. I've had them for the past 5 years. I paid $30 for them. Extremely value for money, right? They're strong, right? So you can tweak them, you can make them stronger or lighter, if you will. But usually if you buy those very, very cheap softbox lights, just come with one lighting profile, so you can't pretty much increase or decrease their intensity, but it's fine. And finally, they're extremely versatile. You can use them to light up many, many scenarios. You can light your subject from top to bottom. You can light your subject in a 45-degree angle, just like I have right here. You can use them as background lights. They're extremely versatile. What are some cons of those softbox lights? They take space, right? They take up space. They're a bit big, right? They're going to take space. So if you have a small bedroom or a small studio, you might want to think if you want to invest in a softbox light. The second thing is that they're pretty hard to store. They close down, but again, they captivate a lot of space. So that's an issue. You want to think about this. And finally, because usually if you buy cheap softbox lights, they won't be able to dim down, right? perhaps they're too strong for your setting. But my recommendation is for you to absolutely go ahead and buy softbox lights. And I would actually say that softbox lights are more value for money than ring lights, which are very, very, very common nowadays, especially in the smartphone videography era. Now, what are ring lights? So ring lights are pretty much this ring. All right, and it has this attachment for your phone in the middle, so you put your phone in the middle and you have automatic lighting. Now, what are the problems with ring lights? Let's start with the pros, actually. They are made for our phones, right? They are 100% made for your smartphone. They have this smartphone mount in the middle. They're very easy to use and they're relatively easy to store, okay? But that's about it. They're amateur lights. What do I mean by that? They produce a very bad quality of light, all right? They light up a scene, yes, definitely, but the quality of light is extremely harsh. What do I mean by harsh? It is not diffused. As you can, in the softbox light has a built-in diffuser, all right, that makes, let's say, the light that comes out of the softbox just softer. This is why it's called softbox. The ring light, it doesn't have a diffuser. They're usually LED lights with no diffusers, and this just creates this very harsh light. And also, they're not that versatile. You only light up specific scenes with the ring lights, all right? You can't use it in other areas of filmmaking. Finally, we got background lights. Now, background lights, obviously, they're not essential, all right? You don't need to have a background light in order to shoot videos and shoot content, but they are recommended. Why do we use background lights? Why do I have a background light right there and LED lights there? I have background lights, right? Because background lights help separate the foreground with the midground and the background. And a successful video, a successful scene, right, that appeals to the eye of the viewer separates the foreground, the midground, and the background. There are two ways to pretty much separate the foreground, which is the first part that you see near the camera, the midground, which is the middle ground, and the background. All right, there are two ways. The first one is with changing the lens of your camera and making everything behind your subject that usually rests in the midground blurry. All right, this is done with a lens or this is done artificially. But we're not going to talk about videography principles right here. We're talking about lights, which is the second way to separate the foreground with the midground and the background. All right, you can choose to light your subject that rests in the midground and then light directly on a different way your background, and this is how we achieve midground and background separation, which is the number one way, again, to make an appealing scene in the eyes of your viewers. So keep in mind, background lights help with this separation. Okay, so we discussed about cameras, we discussed about lights. Now it's time to move to action, right? If we're shooting indoors, we don't really need to understand those principles that I'm going to discuss in this action category, all right? But keep in mind that even if you're shooting indoors, even in my case, in which I usually shoot indoors, right, I have in mind those principles. I have in mind those gear pieces because always, sometime, you are gonna go outdoors, right? You need to shoot something outdoors. So please keep those accessories in mind. You don't need to buy them, but just keep them in mind. What are some accessories that we're going to have when shooting outdoors? First of all, we got durable cases for our smartphones because smartphones, we're going to be using them as cameras, and if we're shooting outdoors, we don't want them to be breaking down. We got gimbals and we got tripods. So let's start with cases. Obviously, there are three types of cases. We got completely life-proof or waterproof, mud-proof cases. If you put your phone there, they're just never going to happen anything. Your phone is going to be perfect, right? That being said, in waterproof cases, we got another layer of glass in front of our lens, which is one more glass in front of your lens, which is usually not that good for optics. We get secure cases that usually have a mount behind to slide your finger in it so your phone doesn't fall. For example, it adds some more security once you're shooting. And we got those cases that are protective and also can be coupled up with lenses, as we discussed in the beginning of this lesson, just that give another just dimension in your videos, if you will. Now, let's talk about gimbals and tripods, one of my favorite topics of discussion. Let's talk about the pros and cons, and then I'm going to tell you what I suggest for you. So we got the pros of gimbals. What are the pros of gimbals? First of all, what is a gimbal? It's this device right here. It's an electronic device that optically, mechanically stabilizes your phone to get 100% flawless footage out of this gimbal, all right? So it is flawless. If you mount your phone on a gimbal, you will not have shake 100%, never, okay? You won't have shake. In addition to that, gimbals usually increase the battery life of your phone because they mount with your phone with the plug that your phone has to charge. So they also increase the battery life of your phone. So pretty much if you pair your phone with a gimbal, you don't need to stress about the battery of your phone. Well, you need to stress about the battery of your gimbal this time. All right, regarding stabilization now. So what are the cons? What are the cons of gimbals? The cons is that, first of all, the phone is exposed to the elements. So if you shoot, for example, in the rain with a gimbal, your phone is going to be exposed in the rain. Your phone is going to be exposed in the mud, right? It is hard to carry around. Gimbals are usually, heavy, and they're not stored very easily. So I want you to keep that in mind. And again, you just have one more thing to watch out for in the shoot. Now, the next thing is tripods. Now, I have a love and hate relationship with tripods, and I'm going to explain to you how and why. So let's start with the pros in tripods. They're extremely cheap and extremely easy to use, right? So a tripod like this costs something like $10 from Amazon, right? And it's extremely easy to use. You just place it down, place your camera there, you're done. And sometimes they also come with accessories, right? Just like, for example, this tripod right here that has this trigger, this external trigger, and this external lighting, all right? But don't get hyped up with the accessories. They're extremely cheap. We're just talking about the tripods. What are the cons of tripods? They're hard to pack. They capture a lot of space. They're also not that durable if you go with the very cheap option, and they're associated with limited motion. So obviously a gimbal can accelerate in every single action, right? Go in the X action, go in the Y action. You can run with a gimbal, you can do whatever you want. With a tripod, you can't really do that. It is just for limited motion, just to capture one type of shot, right? Also, it is more for beginners. Tripods are more for beginners. That being said, this doesn't mean that a high production doesn't have tripods, right? Finally, we got the GorillaPods, right? Which is the perfect combination, in my opinion, right, between a gimbal and a tripod. It connects the good aspects of a gimbal with the good aspects of the tripod. Why? Because a GorillaPod, ladies and gentlemen, is a tripod, a stabilizer, a vlogging kit. It is relatively cheap if you consider all of the things that we get out of it. It is easy to store, versatile, and has a small footprint. So in my opinion, I wouldn't go with a tripod. I wouldn't go with a gimbal. If I'm shooting outside, I would probably go with a GorillaPod for my shoots. So make sure to consider a GorillaPod if you want a safe and versatile stabilization experience for your phone. All right, and this concludes with all of the gear that we've talked about up until this point: the camera, the lights, and action. Right, if we're shooting outdoors, how we're going to stabilize our clips. Now let's move to the final part of this presentation, which is editing. Right, so what gear do we need in video editing? Video editing, or post-production gear, are subdivided into three categories. We've got our operating system, we've got our editing software, and we've got our external storage. Obviously, we've got storage for our phones, but we also need storage for our operating system, because the movies that we're going to be creating, the content that we are going to be creating, can't be stored in our operating system. This will slow it down. Just like videos shot on our phones will slow down our smartphones, just like that, content that we're going to be producing is going to be slowing down our operating system, and we don't want this. This is why we invest in external storage. Now, what are the operating systems? We have MacBook, obviously, and Mac OS, which is the system of my choice. It is timeless. Those things never break. Those things never failed me. I've been a Mac user since 2015, right? I 100% recommend Apple. They're absolutely amazing for content creators, right? They're extremely durable. They're extremely user-friendly, right? And I absolutely love my MacBook. I love every single MacBook that I had, and I recommend it to every single one of you. That being said, PC and Windows aren't a bad choice, especially if you want increased computing power. MacBook, you can't really tweak the computing power. It is there, it is great, it is reliable, but on PC and on Windows, you can upgrade your PC, you can make it an absolute beast. All right, so you have the luxury of being able to upgrade your system. They're a bit more complex, right? They're not as user-friendly as MacBooks, and obviously they are not mobile. The only operating system that I wouldn't recommend is a laptop, a Windows laptop, right? They don't have the upgrade luxury, and they don't have that increased computing power. If you are going to get a laptop with increased computing power, you're going to be spending a lot of money on it. So please keep that in mind, right? Obviously, we've got the free post-production system, which is your phone, right? If you want to edit videos from your phone. And this is not funny because CapCut is, for example, an amazing application on your phone that helps you edit videos for free. That being said, right, we don't have that much creative freedom once editing videos in our phones. We're limited, to the small screen. We're limited to, the reach of our fingers. We don't have that increased computing power, but it is an option and it is a last resort option if you want to be creating content with your phone. But please do not stress your smartphones that much, all right, because we don't want to damage the devices that we use to shoot videos at the end of the day, right? So let's move now into the editing software. What editing software should I choose? This is a very common question. If you're a PC user, a great choice that I recommend is Premiere Pro. Right, Premiere Pro is an amazing editing software for PC and it is a professional editing software from Adobe, a very established company in the space of cameras, right? Photos, videos, all of that stuff. So Premiere Pro, ladies and gentlemen, is the program that I would recommend to you if you have a PC. If you have a Mac, you can use Final Cut Pro, which is my program of choice. This is the program that I use. And if you want a completely free option, either if you're a Mac user or if you want, for example, in your iPhone, a free video editing software, you can use either CapCut or iMovie. All right, so we get those three editing software options that I would recommend. Premiere Pro if you have a PC, Final Cut Pro if you have a MacBook, iMovie if you have a MacBook or a smartphone and you want to shoot completely for free. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be discussing about external storage, right? We are going to be creating a lot of content. All of this content needs to be named and sorted in a very special and specific way because we don't want to be missing files. We don't want to be losing files. And those files are going to be the bread and butter of content creation. So please do not store files in your system. Do not store files directly in the storage of your Mac. Do not store files in the storage of your PC. Get an external storage and store your files in an external storage. I have two external storage devices, a big one that I have on my desk at all times, which is 8 terabytes, right? And a small 2 terabyte storage in which I use when I go to travel, for example. Now, it is absolutely essential again, and anywhere from anything more than 500 megabytes of storage to start off with, it's going to be amazing. 2 terabytes, in my opinion, is just the perfect size of external storage if you're a beginner content creator. But keep in mind that in the future, you will need to upgrade to a higher storage, right? Or you need to buy a second, for example, external storage device, right? Obviously, as we said, storage can be either internal or external. Regarding internal storage, we discussed about, again, micro SD cards or cloud storage that we can use in our phones. And ladies and gentlemen, this right here concludes our lesson regarding gear. All right, I hope that we covered everything. We discussed about cameras, we discussed about lights, the principles of lights, how we can use lights to separate the foreground, the midground, and the background. And then we discussed about stabilization principles regarding shooting outside. And finally, we close this lesson with all the gear that you need regarding video editing. Now that we got this out of the way, now that we know everything regarding gear, it is time to relaunch ChatGPT and discuss on how to create a content creation strategy. So now that we know the problems of a target avatar, now that we know the solutions of those problems, and now that we have transformed those solutions to long-form content video ideas, it is time to take those long-form content video ideas and put them into our calendar, create a content creation plan. This is exactly what we're doing in the next lesson. So thank you very much, and I'm going to see you there. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this 9th lesson of this course. In this 9th lesson, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be creating a strategy, all right, in which, if you will, an upload schedule, right, in which we're going to dictate when we're going to be uploading the videos, all right, and how many videos we're going to be uploading. We're definitely going to be using ChatGPT for this lesson right here because it is something that can be highly regulated and organized by artificial intelligence. And now that we've got our storytelling principles down, our gear guide down, all right? We know the problems of our target avatar and we have proposed video solutions to those problems. It is time to dictate a content strategy before, launching our video editing software and our cameras and starting to create long form content, right? It is very important for us to have a strategy down, to know how to approach this niche, all right, and how to actually target our target avatar, right, with our content. So this is exactly what we're doing in this lesson right here. In this lesson, we're launching ChatGPT. We're inputting information regarding how fast we want to grow our channel, how many videos we're capable of shooting, per week. And we're asking ChatGPT to suggest us a long form content strategy. Why are we asking for a long form content strategy? Because as I explained at the introduction of this course, we're going to be utilizing another artificial intelligence tool to turn our long form content into short form content bits. So we're going to be creating 10-minute videos, 15-minute videos. I mean, how many minutes you want, you can create a video, but longer videos we pretty much want to target at the moment, and then we're going to be transforming those longer videos into many smaller short form videos that can be distributed in short form content, again, places like TikTok, like Instagram, like Facebook, for example, shorts and YouTube shorts, right? So this is the approach that we're taking in this course right here, and by my experience, right, from my experience online, I have decided that this is the best approach that you can do in your content, to create long-form content bits strategically, right? So to identify the problems of your target avatar, solve those problems with content ideas, then create a strategy and a plan on when and how to create those videos, create those long-form videos, and then using artificial intelligence with 5 very easy steps, turn those long-form videos, which are going to be uploaded and attract traffic organically, turn them into short-form content bits, all right, completely for free, very, very fast and easily, so we can attract more people from other short-form content consumption websites and destinations. So enough with the introduction. Welcome to the lesson. Let's launch ChatGPT and let me show you how to create a strategy, if you will, a long-form content strategy around your niche. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is ChatGPT, exactly where we left it right now. Okay, we have left it with this prompt right here, which is "thank you, now script the video with the tone of a personal trainer." So we demonstrated how to script one of the videos. Now we're gonna go up, all right, in our chat with ChatGPT, and this is a huge chat. If you see right here, we've added a lot of prompts and we've gotten a lot of answers out of ChatGPT. So we got, for example, 3 ways to solve the problem of mental fatigue with our niche of fitness for surgeons. But we need to go more up, all right, to the core problems that our target avatar has. And these are our core problems: high stress levels, long working hours, physical fatigue, mental fatigue, balancing work and personal life, stress resilience, health and nutrition, fitness integration, peer pressure, right, professional growth, and personal well-being. So we're going to be creating content around those problems, and we have been brainstorming content ideas, right? So all of these content ideas right here, all right? So let's just ask ChatGPT, before we input one of those prompts, let's just ask ChatGPT of this: I am planning, all right, to create long-form content on the solutions of the most prominent problems of my target avatar, okay, in my niche. All right, create a long form monthly, right, upload strategy to tackle this task. Let me change this to tackle this task. Now, this prompt right here could be a long shot because we're asking too much of ChatGPT. We're actually asking too much for ChatGPT right now. Maybe we need to be more specific with the input that we're giving. That being said, because we have that much of a big chat at this point with ChatGPT, I think that there might be a chance that ChatGPT can actually create what we want with a single prompt. So let's see how that goes. So we got creating long-form monthly content to address the prominent problems of your target avatar in the niche of fitness for surgeons is an excellent approach. Here's a monthly upload strategy to tackle this task efficiently. So month 1, problem overview and introduction. Video title: Understanding Surgeon Well-Being, a deep dive into the challenges. So this is going to be, for example, the first month of our content creation content. It is 1 video per month. So what ChatGPT did is it created 1 video per month for our strategy. All right, for how many months? Let's see, 5 months. So we got a 6-month, 7-month. Oh, it's still generating. So we got a 7-month content strategy with 1 video per month, but this is tailored to our target avatar regarding its problems. So let's see that the video title, for example, in the first month, Understanding Surgeon Wellbeing, a deep dive into the challenges. Content, we got an introductory video in which we provide an overview of the challenges surgeons like Dr. Sarah Mitchell face, right? The challenges, and discuss the importance of addressing these challenges for well-being of surgeons and quality of patient care. In month 2, all right, we have specialized strength training for surgeons, all right? And the video title is Surgical Stamina, Building Strength in the OR. Now listen, regarding and depending on our niche, depending on the target avatar, we might need to create more videos per month, because one video per month, okay, if we're shooting for the best production quality and scripts and actors and all of that stuff, one video per month is fine. But in general, as content creators, we're going to be creating more content. So what I want to do is that I want to tweak the answers that ChatGPT gave us to this prompt, which are actually very adequate, right, and amazing, because listen, we have our target avatar, we have our niche, ChatGPT knows about this, it created a 6-month strategy. Let's see the next months before we move into the next prompt. So stress reduction, for example, in month 3, calming chaos, mindfulness for surgeons, right, integrating fitness into a surgeon's schedule, time efficient workouts for busy surgeons, so all of that. Month 5, month 6, month 7, let's stop generating for now, all right, and let's ask for the next prompt, because the one thing that I would like to tweak in this content strategic approach of ChatGPT is that I would like to have more videos per month. So add 3 more videos every month you mentioned. Add 3 more videos every month you mentioned. Let's see what we're gonna have from this prompt. All right, so clearly, let's expand the monthly upload strategy to include 3 more videos each month. So in month 1, for example, we got, again, the problem overview and introduction to the problem. The video title is Understanding Surgeon Wellbeing, a deep dive into the challenges. All right, this is the content. In month 2, we got specialized training for surgeons. All right, again, the video title, month 3, month 4, month 5, month 6, month 7, month 8. Oh, so what it did is that it pretty much added more months, right? So let's see the prompt actually. Add 3 more videos every month. Okay, so it pretty much added like 3 more months with 1 video per month. All right, so let's actually tailor this. I want to create a video every week of. Oh, I want to upload weekly. Okay, create a weekly content strategy on the same target avatar in the same niche. It is important for us to, again, highlight that we're referring to the same target avatar, we're referring to the same niche, right? But what we want to tweak here is that we want a weekly content strategy, not a monthly content strategy. So let's see, that's better. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So that's way better, I think, and way more approachable and realistic than just creating a video per month, right? So let's see. Certainly, if you want to upload weekly, here's a weekly content strategy for addressing the challenges of your target avatar. Right, so week 1, we got specialized strength training. In week 2, we got mindfulness Mondays, for example. In week 3, we got wellness Wednesdays. So, all right, at this point, what ChatGPT did is that it pretty much connected the titles of the videos with the theme of the week. So we got wellness Wednesdays, flexibility Fridays, right? For example, the video title in flexibility Fridays is Flexibility Friday, stretching and recovery, right? As the week ends, offer a video on stretching and post-operative recovery, right? So now we're talking about, for example, week 5, Surgeon Support Saturdays. Surgeon Support Saturday, building a community, because we said that the community, all right, is one of our problems of our target avatar. Week 6, Cognitive Fitness Challenge, right? Keep your mind sharp. Let's see the content. Introduce a cognitive fitness challenge every 6th week. Engage your audience with puzzles, memory games, and mental exercises designed to enhance cognitive performance. Right, so we got all of this. Now, let's say, because we don't want to dive into my example, this is just example fitness for surgeons, right? Let's say that we have actually planned, in your case, for example, you have utilized the power of ChatGPT and you have planned a content strategy for, I don't know how many weeks, let's say we got a 12-week content strategy. All right, what we're going to do is that we're going to copy this week 1 specialized strength training, for example, the video title and the content. All right, and what we're going to do this is that we're going to actually ask for more information about this video. So plan or note or mention mention the gear needed to shoot this, the estimated time needed, and the, for example, and the preparation needed to create a 10-minute video around this. Let's see. Mention the gear needed to shoot this, the estimated time needed, and the preparation needed to create a 10-minute video about this. So let's see. It mentions the gear needed, right? Because we need to have an overview before we start shooting of what we're going to need. So it says that you're going to need a tripod, for example, a camera, a tripod, a microphone, lighting, a backdrop, right? Video editing software, props, and equipment. All of this we discussed in the previous lesson, if you remember, of the gear. But it's good to have just a general overview of what we're going to be needed, what's going to be needed, all right, in order to create this content bit, because this is part of the content strategy approach, right? Estimated time needed. So regarding preparation, planning, and shooting, it might take a few hours if you script and plan your video with ChatGPT. We're talking about way less than that. Regarding filming, right? The actual filming of the 10-minute video may take 2 to 3 hours, depending on the complexity of the context of the content and the number of takes required. Editing, again, 3 to 5 hours to compile, edit, add graphics, fine-tune the video, and additional time to set preparation, equipment setup, and all of this may arise during filming. So you can see that we have 100% all of the time, right, and gear that we're going to need to shoot this video. Then, regarding preparation, right, we need scripting, we need a shot list, a location setup if you want to take this to the next level and increase your production value. But I'm asking for this prompt of ChatGPT just to have a general overview of what it's going to take, and in order to plan our strategic approach, right, we need to know how much time every video is going to take us, where we're going to be filming it, which gear we're going to be needed, right? So it's just good to have all this. Now, this is pretty much done regarding our content strategy. I don't have anything else to add here. We used ChatGPT to, again, brainstorm the problems of our target avatar, to brainstorm the solutions of the problems of our target avatar, and then we took the solutions, and based on those solutions, we asked, right, for a weekly content plan to solve those problem. So, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our content strategy. We have planned and mapped out every single thing that you need to know in order to shoot your videos, and you should be comfortable right now in picking up a camera and actually shooting the videos that we have completely, mapped out to the max up until this point. Now, this right here, this course right here is not a course in which I'm going to show you how to pick up a camera and shoot videos. We're not going to be discussing about videography principles in this course right here. That being said, I have a huge amount of courses and information for you to digest regarding how to become an expert on using a camera, setting up lights, composition to shoot your shot, right? To shoot those lessons, to shoot videos, all right? So what we're going to do is that I want you to check out other courses that I have regarding videography that's going to be extremely valuable for you, all right? And in the next lesson, I will assume that you have shot your videos, right? That you have your raw files ready, all right? And we're going to be brainstorming, and I'm going to be showing you actually on real time how I turn my long form content into short form content, right? In later lessons, we're going to be discussing about something extremely important, some tips and tricks that can be extremely important in your content creation process. Things like search engine optimizing titles, search engine optimizing descriptions, search engine optimizing tags with the usage of ChatGPT. Now, what I want you to do is that I want you to shoot your videos. I want you to edit your videos, all right? If you don't know how to do this, follow the instructions that I have in other courses in this profile right here, right? And in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to take those long-form videos that you've shot and edit them, and with a click of 3 or 4 buttons, turn them into short-form videos. Out of one long-form video, we're going to be creating 5 to 10 short-form content bits. So thank you very much, and I'm going to see you in the next video. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 10th lesson of this course. Now, I'm extremely excited to be analyzing with you the content of this lesson right here, because it is going to be absolutely groundbreaking, and I'm going to save you extreme amounts of time and energy with this amazing artificial intelligence tool that I'm going to reveal to you in this lesson right here. Now, to summarize what we have done up until this point, right? We've analyzed the basics of ChatGPT. We've analyzed our target audience. Then we created our target avatar. We brainstormed the problems of our target avatar and the solutions to those problems. Then we transformed those solutions into video topics and video ideas, and we matched those video topics and video ideas. We categorized them and created a strategic approach on a weekly upload schedule. Now, in the previous lesson, I asked you to shoot the videos, right? Or get comfortable with the gear, because we also had a lesson on gear that you're going to be needing, right? And after I suppose that you have shot the videos, this is exactly the lesson in which you're just going to save extreme amounts of time and energy. All right. So what you need to have before you continue with this course and with this lesson, obviously you can, download the data sets that I'm going to be delivering to you in this lesson right here if you don't have any videos, but it's going to be extremely valuable for you if you actually have ready 10-minute long form content, right? Long form videos. Why? Because in this lesson right here, with the power of artificial intelligence and one absolutely amazing tool, we're going to be transforming long form content into short form content. Now, to give you just a brief explanation of how hard this used to be back in the day. Back in the day, we would take a big video like 10-15 minutes, right? We would shoot this video, we would edit this video, and then we would manually transform this big video into short form content bits. And this would take anywhere from 2 working days to a week. All right, we're going to be cutting down the time that you need to transform long form video into short form clips from 2 days to possibly weeks into 5 clicks and maybe 5 to 10 minutes of waiting time until the software processes those videos. So as you can imagine, it's going to be absolutely groundbreaking. I'm very excited to be analyzing this tool with you. This tool is called Opus Clip, right? So enough with this introduction. Let's launch Opus Clip and let me show you exactly step by step what you need to do in order to transform your long form videos into short form content bits. Welcome to the 10th lesson of this course. So ladies and gentlemen, this right here is the interface of Opus Clip. As you can see, this is the program which we're going to be using to transform long form videos into short form clips to be distributed in short-form content marketplaces. Opus Clip utilizes the power of artificial intelligence to identify in your long-form content, right, in your long-form video, the parts which have the best chance to go viral, right? So we got, for example, in one long-form video, we can get 10 viral clips. And the name of the game here, the cool part, is that you can create them extremely fast, right? So you have way more chances to go viral. What is Opus Clip? It is a generative AI video tool that repurposes long talking videos into shorts in one click, right? And it's powered by OpenAI, which, as we know, is the same company, the same program that powers ChatGPT. Now, the first thing that I want you to know is that Opus Clip is completely free. You don't need to pay in order to utilize the services, right, and the artificial intelligence power of this tool right here. That being said, if you want to take the most advantage out of this tool, you can definitely pay, I don't know how much, let's see in the pricing. Actually, I think it's $100 a month or something. So it's yearly, it is $114 and it pretty much increases your upload minutes, right? So you can process more videos and more videos. So if, for example, you want 7,200 minutes, you got to pay $342. That being said, you can completely use Opus Clip for free, just like I have been using, and all of those creators have been using. Now, another very cool thing with Opus Clip is the fact that maybe you already have some long form videos in your channel. Maybe, you have already created, shot, edited long form videos in your YouTube channel, and you want to actually repurpose those videos. So Opus Clip gives you the opportunity to take videos that you've already shot, already spent the time, energy, or maybe outsourced to an editor, right? And you have in your YouTube channel. Opus Clip gives you the chance to repurpose those old videos. So this is another great example of how you can utilize the power of Opus Clip to your advantage. So pretty much what it does is that it analyzes the transcript, it decodes your videos, right? And it gives a virality score, an artificial intelligence virality score, right? It says our AI automatically generates a score to show the virality potential of each short clip. The score is based on AI's analysis on thousands of viral videos. So as you can see, and you will see later in this lesson right here, once we input the link of our YouTube video, right, or we drag and drop our file of our ready video on the Opus Clip website, it's going to give us 10 different clips with a virality score and actually explain why it believes that this video is going to go viral, right? It also have many other features like active speaker detection, so it detects who is talking, why he's talking, and one of the coolest things is that it can generate artificial intelligence emojis and captions, which, as we know, in short form content, they really help with hooking our audience in our videos and making them watch the whole clip, which is pretty much exactly what we need if we want our short form videos to go viral. So many people use it. That being said, let's actually go ahead and analyze how we're going to be using AI Opus Clip for our long form videos. So the first thing you're going to do is that you're going to go to your YouTube channel. For example, this is my YouTube channel. To give you a short example of to give you some context of what my niche is, I help people actually start creating their online courses. So from $0 per month, I help people create their first online courses. I teach them everything that they need to know in order to successfully start an online course business, right? That being said, I do not have short form content. So let's try and actually transform my long form content into short form content. How would I do this? So I would, for example, in this clip right here, in this video right here, it's called Full Gear Guide, Online Course Creation Software and Hardware. So I would click on this video right here. I would copy, all right, the link of this video, and I would actually go, let me copy the link real fast. I have already done this for the sake of the demonstration of this lesson right here, and I would paste it right here, all right? Paste it, paste. So you can paste, pretty much you don't need to paste your own YouTube link, right? You can do this in any YouTube video you want to, all right? In any channels you want to. So you copy the YouTube link, you paste it in this bar right here of Opus Clip, or you can drag and drop and upload a file on Opus Clip directly in their website. You don't need to download their application, and you press on this button right here, the Get Free Clips button. Once you press this button, you need to register your email because you are going to be sent the clips to your email, right? This is how they pretty much send you the clips. Now, if you have the free version of Opus Clip, I want you to know that you will be set in a queue, right? Because this artificial intelligence tool requires computing power, and if there are a lot of people around the world utilizing its power, all right, it can't serve everyone at the same time. That being said, you are going to be set in a queue. This queue, it also gives you an estimated time of delivery of the short form content, which is pretty much anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So nothing crazy right now. That being said, if you don't want to be on the queue, you can pay for the monthly subscription in Opus Clip. Me personally, I have never paid for Opus Clip, but then again, I haven't really used it that much, right? So let's say that you actually get your free clips, register your email, you've waited the queue. This right here is the email that you would get, right? Your clips is ready. Your clips are ready. Please click the link below to preview your short clips. So you preview the clips, and this tab is open right here, which is exactly, let me actually press another one. Let me go here to another Opus Clip. Clips are ready. View clips. All right, and these are the clips that we've got. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, how many? 12, 13. All right, we've got 13 short form content bits out of one long form video that we have, right? So how cool is that? Let's see, this clip got a 99 score, a 99 virality score. And as you can see, it explains here, viral score, the likelihood that this video will go viral on short TikTok Reels, 99. So this video has huge chances to go viral. Now, in here, we can either download or directly share and auto post our videos to YouTube, TikTok, IG Reels, and LinkedIn. All right, so let's actually go ahead and watch this video.
We're going through the most value for money gear pieces that you need to have in order to start this online course business. Now, there's nothing easier for me than to start naming expensive cameras, lenses, lights, and all of that stuff. But the reality is that you do not need expensive gear to start an online course business.
So the first thing that you realize is that, all right, they didn't add the music was added by me. They didn't add the B-roll, which is pretty much the videos that play on top of the talking head video, right? They didn't add the music, they didn't add the B-roll. What they added are those captions right here, right? And those emojis. So those captions and emojis were automatically generated by Opus Clip. They were added by Opus Clip, right? And they were also highlighted by Opus Clip. For example, the word business was highlighted by Opus Clip. Let's actually read the explanation of why they think that this video would go viral. The video starts off strong with an attention-grabbing hook that dispels a common misconception. It follows a logical progression and covers all the main points about the necessary gear for starting an online course business. The speaker provides valuable insights and advice, which is highly relevant to the current trend of online courses. Some improvement could be made by including a call to action for viewers to take action based on the information provided. So how absolutely cool is this? They not only edit your videos, but they give you a virality score and an explanation on why they believe that this video is going to go viral. And here you can see the transcript of my video, so word by word exactly what I am saying in this video. And they also give you the title, right? Unlock Success, Essential Gear for Launching an Online Course Business. And also keep in mind that this title is search engine optimized to appeal to the short form content algorithms, right? So you can see extreme value right here in this artificial intelligence tool, Opus Clip. Now note, in the next lesson of this course, I'm actually going to show you, and we're actually going to be demonstrating together how to utilize the power of ChatGPT and artificial intelligence to search engine optimize your video titles, descriptions, and tags to appeal to the search engine of YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine online. So by search engine optimize our videos, especially our short form content, we can leverage organic views to our channel. More on that on the next lesson, right? But for now, know that those are search engine optimized titles and the best actually search engine optimized titles that you can use for your short form content. Let's move to the second one. Create stunning course thumbnails with Canva's free online tool. Let's watch it.
Amazing free tool to create professionally looking thumbnails, especially for your courses, but also for your YouTube channel, is actually Canva. Canva is a free online tool in which you have templates of.
So you can see the aspect ratio is done, the captions are there, each part of the caption that I'm saying, right, each word that I'm saying gets highlighted just to increase the engagement of the viewers. And we got a virality score. Well, this virality score is a bit lower, it's 92, and it says this video effectively captivates viewers by introducing a free tool for creating professional thumbnails. It provides a coherent and comprehensive explanation of the tool, including its features and ease of use. The speaker's personal recommendation creates a valuable connection. The topic of content creation and graphic design is also relevant and trending. One improvement could be to include a call to action. So as you can see, Opus Clip really wants you to include call to actions, because call to actions is pretty much, saying to your viewers, hey, you might want to check out my channel, or hey, I got more videos on this topic if you want on my channel. So you call people to take action from the short form content to actually visit your channel. And as you can see right here, we got the transcript of our videos. Now I'm not going to go into every single video that Opus Clip has recommended to me, but you can see that as we go down, number 5, number 6, number 7, we got a lower virality score. So number 7, for example, it's got a 79 virality score, 78, all right? Boost your courses search engine optimization with ChatGPT, free AI copywriting tips, all right? And every single title that Opus Clip gives us is search engine optimized, right? This is how cool Opus Clip is. And guess what? You can do this in every single long form video that you have created or will create. All right. So an amazing content strategy would be, for example, for each week, as we have planned the strategic approach of our long form content, to create one long form content per week, then filter it through Opus Clips and get like 10 short form content bits out of this one long form content bit. So you can upload daily a short form video and weekly a long form video. This is the system, ladies and gentlemen, that we created from start to finish together until this point in this course. Now, what is left for us to do? What is left is actually to search engine optimize, right, our videos, to search engine optimize our long form videos especially. Why do we want to do this? Because on YouTube, as we said, YouTube is the second largest search engine online after Google, right? People search for stuff on YouTube. So we can leverage the fact that people want information and people search for information on YouTube. We can leverage all this organic traffic, right? And funnel them into our channel, into our videos. All we need to do is to actually optimize our videos transcript, for example, our titles, our descriptions, and our tags to appeal to this search algorithm, to this search engine. This used to be very hard back in the day because we didn't have artificial intelligence, we didn't have ChatGPT, we pretty much needed other tools which weren't that reliable. Now, with artificial intelligence and ChatGPT, it is actually very easy to do that. I'm going to show you how to do this in the next lesson of this course. So thank you very much for sticking up until the end of this lesson. I'm going to see you in the next one. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the final lesson of this course. In this lesson right here, we're going to be analyzing every single thing that you need to know regarding search engine optimization. Before we launch ChatGPT, right, and before we enter the title, the description, and the tags of our videos to be search engine optimized, which is again a process that back in the day would take huge amounts of time and effort, right? Before we do this, I'm going to explain to you the importance of search engine optimization. All right. So we're going to start with the basics. YouTube is a platform in which we upload our content, we upload our videos, right? And search engine optimization doesn't even apply only to YouTube. It applies on short form content destinations like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook Marketplace, as well as long form content destinations such as YouTube. It could be online course marketplaces. They also are search engine optimized, or other video hosting platforms like Vimeo, for example, and many other video hosting platforms. Now, once we upload a video on YouTube, let's take YouTube as an example, right? We got two ways to attract people, all right, to bring eyeballs in front of our videos, which is obviously what we're trying to do with our content, right? Bring eyeballs in front of our videos. Two ways to do that. The first one is paying for ads, all right? We pay for ads, we directly pay Google, we pay YouTube to bring people in front of our videos. Our videos don't need to be search engine optimized. Our videos don't need to be of great quality. We can have whatever we want. Okay, of course, there are some guidelines, but we can have whatever we want being shown in those videos. This is ads. We pay and we bring manually eyeballs in our videos. We can also be estimated how many eyeballs you can bring with the ads that you pay. For example, you can pay, let's say, $100 on ads and you can bring 10,000 eyeballs in front of your videos. All right. So this is paid traffic, right? In general, in content creation, we call people that view our content as traffic. Ads is paid traffic. Now, regarding that, we also have another way to gain traffic, and this is the so-called organic traffic. And why is it organic? Because it relies on a system, and this system is the YouTube algorithm and the fact that YouTube acts as a search engine, right? Now, in organic traffic is subdivided into two categories. Pretty much organic traffic is all of the traffic, all of the views that we accumulate without paying for ads. Right? Organic traffic now is subdivided into two categories. Pretty much there are two strategic approaches to bring viewers in front of your videos without paying for ads. The first one is to create search-based content, which is exactly what we're going to be doing right here. We're going to be optimizing our videos to appeal to the search algorithm. And the second one is to create recommendation-based videos, right? Recommendation-based content. To give an example between what is recommendation-based content and what is search-based content. Recommendation-based content are videos tailored to appeal to the YouTube algorithm in the homepage or the recommended page. This could be videos like, you won't believe what happened to my supercar, right? Nobody searches on YouTube for you won't believe what happened to my supercar because no one cares. But if you are on YouTube, if a user is on YouTube and this video is recommended to him, right, he will probably click because it intrigues the viewers, right? This style and this, perhaps the thumbnail intrigues the viewers. So those are recommendation-based videos. We're not going to be stressing about recommendation-based videos in this lesson right here because we're going to be focusing on search-based videos. All right. What are search-based videos? Search-based videos are videos that are tailored to appeal to the YouTube search algorithm. YouTube is the second largest search engine after Google. People actually go to YouTube, they search for stuff on YouTube, they're looking for answers, they're looking for information, they're looking for education on YouTube. And it is our call, if we want as content creators, to appeal to this demand, right? To create content to feed this desire of people to be educated, to be informed. All right. Now we can create the best content on earth, but if our content isn't optimized to appeal to this algorithm, it will not be seen by anyone, right? And it is a shame because now with ChatGPT, it is just so easy to search engine optimize your video titles, descriptions, and tags. And those are the three parameters that we're going to be tweaking. We're going to be tweaking the titles, the descriptions, and the tags. Now, those different three parameters have different ways to be optimized, all right? Search engine optimized. In this lesson, I'm going to be covering all three of those, right? So welcome everybody to the final lesson of this course. I'm very happy to have you here, and let's launch ChatGPT for one last time, and let me show you how to search engine optimize your videos to appeal to the YouTube search algorithm. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly where we left up with ChatGPT, right? The final prompt that we used was mention the gear needed to shoot this video. We have the videos right here. We got video titles and the content of each video. Now, you can't search engine optimize many videos at once. Unfortunately, you need to search engine optimize one video at a time. All right. So let's say that we're working on, let's pick a story. Let's pick a story. Nutrition matters, fueling your surgical stamina, right? So let's say that we are actually creating this video right here. Now, this is the video title, right? Nutrition matters, fueling your surgical stamina. The first thing that we want to do is, obviously, in order to optimize a title, we need to generate a title. In order to search engine optimize a description, we need to generate a description, and the same thing with tags. Now, we are going to be generating search engine optimized titles and description. How are we going to do this? Go to the search bar right here and say, I am creating a YouTube video titled, all right, paste. And let's actually search for this exact content recommendation, fueling your stamina, all right, with copy the content, right? So I'm creating a YouTube video titled Nutrition Matters, fueling your surgical stamina. The topic of the video and content will be around, all right, and I am going to be pasting exactly this. Okay, highlight the importance of nutrition and hydration on the 7th week. So let's delete the 7th week. Highlight the importance of nutrition and hydration, comma, share meal planning tips, hydration strategies, and the role of proper nutrition in sustaining energy and well-being. All right, so let's see. I'm creating a YouTube video titled Nutrition Matters, fueling your surgical stamina. The topic of the video and the concept will be around, okay, highlighting, we can just change the tense, but it's fine. So what did we do? We copied the video title and the general content of the video, so we gotta give more context to ChatGPT, all right? And now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna ask to suggest 10 SEO is short for search engine optimized titles, all right, for this video. So what did we do? We entered the title, we entered, right, some of the key points that are going to be covered in this video, and then we asked for ChatGPT to suggest 10 search engine optimized titles for this video. So let's see what ChatGPT actually said. Optimizing your title for search engine optimization is crucial for reaching a wider audience. Here are 10 SEO titles for your YouTube video, Nutrition Matters, fueling your surgical stamina, that will help you attract viewers interested in the topic. So we got surgical stamina secrets, the role of nutrition in surgeon performance, meal planning for surgeons, boosting energy and well-being, proper nutrition for surgeons, enhancing surgical stamina. All right, so all of these are search engine optimized. As you can see, these titles incorporate key search engine optimization keywords. Again, search engine optimization is based on keywords because people usually search for keywords. For example, keyword, surgeon nutrition, surgical stamina, surgeon meal planning, all right, surgeon performance, wellness for surgeons. All these are keywords. People search for those keywords. We have optimized our titles to include those keywords in a way that appeal to the algorithm, and this is how we attract people. All right, making them more likely to appear in sales results and attract viewers interested in the topic of nutrition and hydration for surgeons. All right, now that we've got our 10 titles, our 10 search engine optimized titles, what we need to do is that we need to actually choose. So choose the most optimized one and explain why. How about this? So let's see. Choose the most search engine optimized one and explain why. So this is the most search engine optimized, right, title that ChatGPT selected. Surgical stamina secrets, the role of nutrition in surgeon performance. And here is why it is optimized. We've got relevance to the content that we're creating. We've got keywords inside our title that are relevant. We've got engagement, for example, phrases like surgical stamina secrets and role of nutrition in surgeon performance are engaging and can pique viewers' interest, all right? And it is also a clear, right, title. So overall, this title is well optimized for search engine optimization because it effectively communicates the content, incorporates keywords and adds, and is likely to attract viewers interested in the topic of nutrition and hydration for surgeons. So ladies and gentlemen, look at this. we've got our title down. This is the most search engine optimized title, right, for this video right here. Let me again summarize the steps that we did, the prompts that we added in order to completely create the search engine optimized title. So again, we have brainstormed, we have created a content strategy, we have brainstormed some very basic titles and the content of our videos, like the outcomes, if you will, the desired outcomes, right? So what I did is that I just mentioned to ChatGPT that I'm creating a YouTube video titled. I pasted my title, I pasted the general content overview that I have generated previously by ChatGPT. And then what did I do? I asked to suggest 10 search engine optimized titles for this video, right? Then we got our 10 titles right here. And the next prompt is that I asked ChatGPT to choose the most optimized one and actually explain me why. You don't need to actually ask for the explanation, but it's good to know, right? So I asked for the most optimized title out of 10. So we got like a very, very high chance that it is the most search engine optimized title in this niche, right? Which is this: Surgical Stamina Secrets, the role of nutrition in surgeon performance, right? Now check this out. The next step is to create a description for this video. Now we could go with the same route as we went with the title, all right? We could ask for a description and then ask to suggest for 10 descriptions and search engine optimize them and ask for the most search engine optimized description, exactly like we did with this title. But check this out. ChatGPT knows the keywords. ChatGPT knows the level of search engine optimization that we want to reach. ChatGPT knows the title of our video. So check out what we're going to do. We're going to ask, create a search engine optimized description for this video. Let's see. Certainly, here is an SEO optimized video description for your YouTube video titled Surgical Stamina Secrets, the role of nutrition in surgeon performance. So check this out. ChatGPT actually created an SEO description for this video right here, which is for this title right here. So it actually remembers our conversation, right? And it created a description for this title, which is already optimized. This means that our video, but the description is also going to be optimized. Let's read the description. Welcome to our channel. In this video, we dive deep into a topic critical for surgeons: nutrition and hydration. As dedicated healthcare professionals, surgeons often face long hours in the operating room, and maintaining peak performance is essential. We're here to reveal the surgical stamina secrets that can significantly impact your surgeon performance. In this comprehensive guide, we'll explore the crucial role that nutrition plays in sustaining energy, focus, and overall well-being for surgeons, right? And we got also our key takeaways, right? Now, this looks like a great description, and it is actually descriptive, which is very important, right? We just don't want to just dump keywords in the description for the sake of search engine optimization and not have a descriptive description. But, you know, deep inside this description, you're going to see that we have a lot of keywords, and this is actually the magic of search engine optimization. Let's try to find some keywords. For example, let's see, nutrition and hydration, peak performance, right? Surgical stamina secrets, surgeon performance, right? Comprehensive guide. Let's see. Sustaining energy, focus, and well-being for surgeons, right? All of these are keywords. Some more key takeaways. Impact of nutrition on surgical stamina. Surgical stamina is another keyword, right? Meal planning tips, huge keyword. Hydration strategies. So all of these are keywords that ChatGPT has very smartly incorporated into our description, all right, to make it appeal to the search algorithm. All right, how cool is that? So let's see actually the explanation of ChatGPT. It says, this description provides a clear overview of the video's content, includes relevant keywords, and encourages viewers' engagement through likes, subscriptions, and notifications. It is also optimized to capture the attention of surgeons seeking to enhance their surgical stamina and well-being. So as you can see, this is not only optimized to appeal to the search algorithm, it is also optimized with a call to action to like and subscribe perhaps to our channel, and it is also optimized again to capture the attention of our target audience and our target avatar, which are surgeons. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up until this point, we've actually optimized 2 out of the 3 parameters that need to be absolutely taken care of regarding search engine optimization. We've optimized our titles, we've optimized our descriptions. The last thing left are the tags, right? So this is what we're going to do right now. Tags used to play a huge role in our YouTube videos. Right now, they don't play that big of a role. That being said, it always helps to have 100% optimized all of our parameters. So how about this? Create 20, let's say, SEO tags for this video. That's the problem that we're going to be using. Create 20 search engine optimized tags for this video. Certainly, here are 20 SEO tags for your YouTube video surgical stamina secrets. Let's see the tags. Surgical stamina, surgical performance, nutrition for surgeons, hydration strategies, meal planning tips, surgeon well-being, operating room energy, surgical stamina secrets, surgeon nutrition guide. So as you can see, all of those are search engine optimized guides, tags. Now, you can see that they really look like keywords because tags and keywords are pretty much the same thing here. But keep in mind that sometimes you're not going to be able to add all of those 20 tags, right, in your videos. So what you could do is that you could ask, choose the 10 most SEO tags out of these 20 and explain why. Right? Asking why is a great question to ask ChatGPT because you decode the way it thinks, you decode the way it search engine optimizes because, all right, it's great to rely on ChatGPT and we know that we're going to have like steady results which are great and perfect every time. But that being said, for our own, for the sake of education and our own education and mastering this algorithm, it is not actually a bad idea to actually explain why. So here are the 10 most search engine optimized tags, okay, from the list along with explanations for their selection. So we got surgical stamina, surgeon performance, nutrition for surgeons, hydration strategies. Why is surgical stamina the most search engine optimized tag from this list? Because this is the core topic of our video, all right? And it's a specific keyword that's likely to match the user's search queries. Why is surgeon performance, for example, a very search engine optimized tag from this list? Why is it ranked number 2? Because it emphasizes the importance of performance and it is relevant to our target audience, right? So this, ladies and gentlemen, concludes how easy it is to search engine optimize our, again, those 3 parameters, the title, the description, and the tags of our videos. I hope that this lesson was informative enough and I hope that you understood how easy it is to actually search engine optimize our video, pretty much tags, all right, titles and descriptions for the search based algorithm of YouTube. All right, thank you very much for being here. I'm going to see you in the final thank you message of this course. So ladies and gentlemen, congratulations for reaching up until the end of this course. I am very proud and actually honored from the fact that you managed to complete all of these lessons and you're here in the thank you message of this course. Now to summarize everything that you're called to digest and all of the information that I delivered to you through these lessons, which I really hope that it's going to benefit you. We started by analyzing what is ChatGPT and how can we utilize the importance, all right, and all of this computing power of this artificial intelligence program for our benefit as content creators. After that, we brainstormed our target audience, right? The broad area and the broad category of people that we're going to be targeting with our content. After we have brainstormed and concluded to which our target audience is, we moved and actually created our target avatar, a specific fictional person, right? A specific fictional person out of our target audience that we decided to target with our content. The next logical step after this was to identify the problems that our target avatar faces and brainstorm solutions to those problems, which we're going to be delivering through our content. This is how, ladies and gentlemen, we have unlimited ideas for YouTube videos. After that, it was just a matter of strategically planning our content approach and obviously analyzing all of the gear that we're going to need, the tools, of course, to create those solutions, those video solutions, and deliver them to our target avatar. The final thing that we were called to do is to bring those solutions in front of our target avatar to help him with our problems, and this is exactly what we did by search engine optimizing those videos that we created. By search engine optimizing those videos, we brought those solutions in front of the eyes of our target avatar, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is the core of content creation. This is why we create content, to help solve problems of our target avatars. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for completing this course with me, and I would really appreciate if you could leave a great review of this course if you enjoyed it. So thank you very much. I'm going to see you in the next course.